Morning, everybody. Welcome back to another live stream. How we doing? Let's see if we can have a good day today and we don't get tracked on that same exact freaking little algo that we've been kind of trading on over the last week or so. Let's see if we can kind of break out of these little ranges, start to get going. We're seeing bond yields start to come up. We're seeing TLT selling off. Small caps could be having a very, very good day today. January could be a real good month for small caps if we start to see these bond moves continue, which would be awesome. AMC right now is up 0.42% in the pre-market. GME is looking solid again, up 0.6% in the pre-market. The SPY's up 0.36. I'm guessing IWM is having a solid morning as well. Let's see. Yep, IWM up 0.35. How we doing, everybody? Hit that like while you come in, says Silver Bowl. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Simon, what's up? Broke to Stoke. How you doing? Juicy Trades. How are we doing, everybody? All right. Let's get a little bit of an Ortex update as everybody's filtering in. So now coming over here, we have utilization at 75.53%. Somehow, with the very high amount of short interest that we've seen and the really high amount of shorting that we've seen, we have the utilization at lower levels. I want to see it above 80. I want to see it above 90, but the only way to really see that happen is to really see a lot of shorting. What happens to price? At that point, the price would then come down. But eventually that would put a lot of pressure on those institutions. Now we have 16.94% estimated short interest, pretty low cost of borrow. Again, there's only been one loan that's gone out today, 1.04%. You can see it's flashing on the minimum, the average, and the maximum. Borrowed shares 2.9K. We also, the other thing that we kind of got to think about is like the difference between the shares on loan and the current estimated short interest that we have. So the shares on loan look like it's 101 million. The other thing is that a lot of these institutions who have taken big losses last year are kind of staying away from shorting stocks like AMC. Again, there's still going to be a lot of those shorts that have over leveraged themselves in these positions over the last year. But new shorts might be a little bit more hesitant going into this year and the beginning of this year, just based on the overall market conditions and what they've seen in the past. And they're just not willing to take that risk. So let's see here. How are we doing, everybody? Vix, what up, bud? Let's get this money. I came to drop infinite likes, but I remembered I could only bring one, says Rhode Island. Thank you. Shout out Squirrel Gang. What's up? Also, guys, you guys remember Jutta yesterday? You guys remember that little shill who's been shorting AMC since 40? And we were just asking him how many shares he held long and that we knew we were long on it. He commented on my video last night. He was like, your channel will be down in 48 hours. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess that's how we're doing things these days. You calling green or red day? I'm not sure. I think after the little sell-off we had yesterday, what was it, 2.5% in the red? I think we're looking good. The option chain's getting even more nasty. Again, we were close. We were close to my prediction on what was going to happen with the out of the money contracts going into today. We'll just see it tomorrow. So we have 108,000 calls in the money. We have 409,000 calls out of the money. So this is going to get above 500,000 over this next week. It's very possible that this number, this out of the money call number, gets above 600,000. Because as we see here, as we get closer to that expiration date, the calls are going to get cheaper. We're seeing about 2,000 more at this 40. So remember, the danger zone looks like it's around 42. So that was kind of the first or the second danger zone. Remember, the first danger zone that also lined up with the technical breakout was 1450. So now the first one that we saw was 52, but that was kind of a weird one because it was right after a massive run up, like really big in June. So they ended up creating a new danger zone at 52. More recently, they shorted the absolute nuts out of it, going from 42 down. So the danger zone now is like mid to low 40s, but there's 59,000 contracts at 40. So that's dangerous. There's a lot of contracts leading up to that. So if we approach that level, again, that's why we're calling it the danger zone. Now, coming out a little bit further, we're seeing 185,000 contracts at the 145. They're dirt cheap right now. Again, if you want to buy them, you can if you want to. It's very, very risky. If they hit, you're going to make a boatload of money. If they don't, you're going to lose money. All of the money that you put in. and the market maker is going to collect that premium. But there's a lot of contracts along the way. So even if we start to run a little bit, there's going to be so many contracts that shoot in the money. The hedging is going to be insane. The FOMO is going to be nuts. The ah, the shorts that are going to need to cover are going to be a lot more than we've previously seen. So again, I've been saying, and I've said this a couple of times, that we are 1 or 2 June-like events away from blowing the top off of this entire thing. So let's see if this next run up that we have that could potentially start over the next couple of weeks. We don't really know. Is going to be the real big one. It's possible, but at the same time, it's also possible that a lot of these contracts end up expiring worthless, and we do see some sort of run, but it's not the run that we're looking for, like similar to what we saw in August and September. SV, you see my messages? ISPC is gonna squeeze. I did not. Let me look. Oh, what's the short interest on this thing? I do have a little bit of settled cash now. Made a little bit of a deposit. Can't trade options with it until next week, but we can definitely trade some shares. Ooh, this one's a little interesting. Utilization is pretty low, so this one might have been covered a little bit. Short interest pretty low. Cost bar really high though. Days to cover 0.07. I don't know about this one. I mean, it's ripping in the pre-market. And then Gabe called me, Review Dork called me last night. He was talking about his new strategy. So with the SPY, I really like it. He likes the thing that I added was the 30 MA. He likes the 30 EMA because it takes you out a little bit quicker. Again, the way that I'm gonna trade this strategy, it's a crossover of the 13 EMA and I think it's the 48 EMA. Yeah, and then, so I'm trying to fine tune this strategy. It works for SPY options. It gets you in quicker and keeps you in a little longer. And it works on this 4-hour time frame on just like longer swing plays, and then the 5-minute intraday. So it's gonna be here's the thing about this new little like tweak that I made to it. It's gonna be nasty for earnings season. Like absolutely ridiculous is what this is gonna be for earnings season. So let's see. Microvision is going nuts in the pre-market. Oh, small caps are moving, huh? What about how's Lucid doing? I'm actually very, very curious about Lucid. Okay, so Lucid's down a little. I mean, it's selling off in the pre-market, but was up a decent amount. What's the pre-market high on Lucid? What's right here? 41.36. What's this? 41.34. So it was looking solid in the pre-market until now. So it might be getting a little bit of news, but Lucid is looking decent overall. So let me take a look right here how Lucid's doing right. Yeah, so Lucid just crossed over on this one thing. It's looking like it wants to be decent. So let's see here. How about Tesla? Yesterday, Tesla was nuts. I like the TTM squeeze indicator and my super trend indicators. Yes, I like those too, M Kriegs. But the super trend, the only problem I have with it is it gives you a lot of false like signals, depending on what time frame you're using. Like when I use it intraday, it gives you a million false signals, especially on like the 1 minute. So you kind of have to use some EMAs in there to what do you call it? To really figure it out. FYI, your stream is not showing that you are live. YouTube, what are you doing? Oh man, I hate when this happens. Yeah, also for everybody in here, I guess YouTube's been playing recently. So if you guys don't mind just dropping some likes on the stream, that's like the only way that we can like counteract YouTube acting out. So yeah, if you guys want to help out with that, just make sure you guys hit that like button on the stream. It just helps out with the algo. And it kind of like basically tells the algo, hey, stop screwing around and show that this person is live. So thank you guys very much. It's fixed up. Thank you. You gotta change the super trend to 9-1. Interesting. It did for me. Interesting. I am live. I know I'm live. I mean, I know I'm live. All right. So Amy right now is up 0.5% in the pre-market. How's Tesla doing in the pre-market? Is Tesla still getting a little action? Or are they selling off? Okay. So something's moving a little bit with the EVs right now. So something's moving with around with the EVs. The SPY's selling off a little bit, but we just saw Tesla and Lucid make a very similar move. It could be a little bit of a fake sell-off in the pre-market after what we saw yesterday. GME is having an unbelievable pre-market right now, up 1.34%. Whew, watch for that 160 breakout, people. That is going to be nuts. Let me take a look at GME on this thing right here and see what it's saying. Okay, GME is not it's looking like it wants to cross soon. So this could be an interesting one on GME. GME is looking very strong recently. Very strong. Stop depending on YouTube and just check every morning, says Matt Stuck Suspenders. Thank you. I appreciate that. Whale. There we go. Let's see. It tightens up the parameters and is more accurate on a tighter time frame than the standard it's set to default to. M Creeks, thank you. I appreciate that. It might be different on TradingView. Let me see what it is on TradingView. I don't want to add it. Let's see. A few of them I've made like 10K off your stocks you called out, but I have all my money in AMC right now. I have 8,000 shares of AMC, average 17, says Vince. Shout out to M. Kriegs with all of the nasty biotech plays that she's throwing out. Hey, I'm probably going to hop in on some too. The next ones that shoot through. I mean, I got some little bit of cash right now. I can't buy options right now for about a week. So this is going to be an M. Kriegs play where you can see how it goes. So Tesla's down 0.5%. GME is still up 1.34% in the pre-market. Absolutely ripping. Amy is up 0.41. SPY is trying to move up too here. I mean, let's see what happens. We're going to have to wait and see. I mean, if we start to see the typical price action of AMC today, I would not be surprised if we start to see the down, up, and then slow bleed out for the rest of the day. But again, GME did the exact same thing. It was like up, down, ripped, and then bled out for the rest of the day. So it's like kind of tracking on like the same type of trading pattern. So let's see what happens with it. But I mean, GME is already looking very strong. Who's the market maker for AMC? They don't have a designated market maker. We've been over this a couple of times. So they don't have a designated market maker. Vix, morning, my guy, back from the holiday vacation. I see the usual BS with AMC. Can you give me a quick update on what is going on with in 121 options outlook? Yeah, so really nothing is going on. Adam Aaron released some good news yesterday about what he wants to do with AMC and their debt covenants. Now, here's the thing. People were a little bit bearish. They were saying, now, if you can't pay off its debt, we can't have a dividend. No. They're going to manage the debt covenant. So if they can pay off a certain amount of debt or get to a certain level of like free cash flow, and they meet certain requirements on their debt covenants, they still might be able to pay out a dividend. Like AMC's always had debt, but you just have to see how much it is and how much they owe to their, I believe the term would be creditors, I think. Sometimes I'm dumb with those types of words. But other than that, the option chain's still looking nasty. There is, how many was it? 108,000 contracts in the money still for January. It's still nuts. How can our mortal enemies prevent the 122 run we're all looking for? They would have to take the biggest risk that they've ever taken. They would have to enter really, really high amounts of short positions, or you would have to see zero buying volume. Now, here's the thing. When we see these big runs around the quarterly, it is entirely possible that this is the time that the institutions, BlackRock, Vanguard, and Renaissance are buying, because they're going to input that buying volume back into the stock, and it's just going to run up a little bit, trigger some options, and really just kind of set off the chain reaction. So we haven't seen that yet. It doesn't look like there's an overwhelming amount of buying pressure coming in. We are seeing a little bit more volume today in the pre-market than we've typically seen. On Webull, it's showing 102,000 right now, meaning that on the other sources, we're probably seeing, I don't know, 250, 300K. But they would have to take the biggest risk ever, because here's the thing. If they want to get it down, they'd have to short it aggressively. But if it doesn't work, well, then they're completely fucked, because then it just is just going to keep going up. And the new shorts are going to have to get covered. And by shorting more now, they lower the danger zone. So maybe they get the danger zone sub 40, and then we don't have to even go up as much to really put a lot of pressure on them. Let's see here. Welcome to everybody popping into the stream. 181 on TD. Interesting. So that's a little lower than I thought it was going to be, but SPY's coming up a little bit here. GME still at 1.34, having an absolute day. I mean, what was the intraday high? 159.38 was the high yesterday on GME. 159.38. That is big. When's the quarterly report coming out? I believe it'll be the first week of March. That's what it's saying right now, but it's not confirmed. It could be earlier, it could be later. Months ago, I tried to set a sell price to see what would happen, and TD Ameritrade said the market maker said the price I was asking for is too high. 100 was good, but 200 was too high. Any idea why? They sometimes they don't allow you to put limit orders more than 50% of where the stock is trading. So that is it's either 50 or 100%. Sometimes they just don't let you put in limit orders that high. All righty, people. Welcome to everybody filtering in right now. We have let's see what's going on Twitter. See if anything crazy is going on. Is there any drama? Let's see. Citi reiterates Tesla sell rating 262 price target. Citi, you bunch of idiots. JP Morgan says global stock market party is far from over. Ooh, bullish. Bullish. Yeah, we have AMC failures to deliver at 400,000. That's pretty nuts. The IWM FTDs are nuts too. Somebody sent it to me. Where is it? Actually, can we just look on here? I think we can just look on here. The IWM failures to deliver are very interesting because during this time we saw IWM, where is it? IWM have like insane amount of short interest. Like it was 80, it's 80 million right now. Well, we saw it at 160 million. Failures to deliver. Look at this spike right here. So we're seeing it spike right here. 6 million or 7 million, 6.13 million on this day right here. So having shares of IWM fail to deliver in that amount is not great. Here's the thing. People are going to say, oh my God, the threshold list is misinterpreted. The FTDs don't necessarily mean naked shorting. No. The way that you can have failures to deliver is that if a lot of people are exercising options. But here's the thing. You have to really tie in failures to deliver with the threshold list, because if you're going to have persistently high failures to deliver and you're going to try to blame the options chain and having them not be able to deliver on their obligation on buying those shares and delivering them as part of those contractual agreements, that's over in 2 days, not 5, not 6. It's over in those 2 amount of days, or maybe it takes 3 or 4 days. But in order to get on the threshold list, you need a very high amount of failures to deliver. So it's not going to really, it'd be so hard to get onto the threshold list just based off of failures to deliver on the options chain. It'd be so hard. Take this like smash. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. Isn't that a sign for naked shorts? Yeah, it's a sign. It's a sign of naked shorting and synthetic shorting. The last time that this was a really big problem was in '08, and they did it on Lehman Brothers and Bear Stearns and put them out of business. Here's the thing with that. Yes, Lehman Brothers and Bear Stearns had a lot of exposure on their balance sheet to a lot of those different real estate derivatives, but so did all of them. That's the thing. They all did. But what happened was they saw that Lehman and Bear were going to be sort of like the scapegoats, and then just shorted the bullshit out of them, like the absolute nuts out of Bear and Lehman. It was insane. And what they were doing was, you could see in this article that I showed in one of my videos, that essentially what they were doing was they were trying to not get it on the threshold list so that they would have persistently high fails for 5 days in a row and then drop it on the 6th day. So they wouldn't end up on the threshold list. And then the next day they would continue to do it. So it would rally on the 6th day without them shorting aggressively. And then they would just continue shorting it right back down. ENSC is looking juicy. Interesting. ENSC. Oh, wow. This thing's going a little bit nutty. Is game on your screen? Yeah, GameStop right here is up 1% in the pre-market, looking strong. But the volume is 919 shares is showing on Webull. So like very, very, very low volume. Very low volume. But let's see here. Kriegs, I am not going to take a loss. Just worried about them delisting it. Luckin, why would you touch that? They don't have one yet, but they were in the deal with yeah, I think Luckin, no. Big bad no. I don't even like Baba, guys. I don't even like messing around with those, like the big ones, like the actual ones that are good, like Baba, Baidu, JD. I don't like them. I should have put my money where my mouth was on Baba this on in 2021. Like, I would have made a killing. Hey, STM looks primed for a run. Interesting. Let me look at it over here. Yeah. Yeah, this thing looks like it wants to get going a little bit. Let's see. I mean, I'm looking at the 4-hour, this little new set of technicals that I have. Yeah, it looks like it's about to cross here. Yeah, it looks decent. So that could be one to keep a lookout for. So let's say the hedge funds take that bet and do exactly what you said. Bets are a win or lose situation. Are you saying they could prevent the 122 run we're looking for? Eric, I don't know. Nobody knows. They could try, but again, they'd have to get it's almost not even worth trying because there's already so many contracts in the money. Like if you push it down to 22, like yeah, you might get 40,000 contracts out of the money and some puts in the money, but there's still a boatload of contracts in the money. We'd still have 70,000 contracts that you're on the hook for. It would be pretty wild. Let's see. Lucid bouncing up here. I like Lucid right here. Let's see. Yeah, also for everybody new filtering in, if you guys don't mind just dropping some likes on the stream, it just helps out with the algorithm. So thank you guys so much for showing all that support on the channel recently. We have Amy up 0.3% in the pre-market, GME up 1.08. The SPY is up 0.3. We're looking like the EVs want to get a little bouncy over here. So let's see what's going to happen. So I've seen level 2 show sell orders for a few grand. How's that possible if they limit your sell price? Depends on the broker. Is Chain coming back in today? Trey's mustache. Jutta was really upset. I just banned Jutta right away because he was just like, hold on, if you go to my Twitter, look at this. I tweeted it out yesterday. It was like, oh, asking shills how many shares they hold seems like a great way to get them upset. And it's just him. Your channel will be off within 48 hours. Thank you. It's like, all right, bro. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Let's see. All right, everybody. Chan. Yeah, Chan was fun. All of the shills were fun coming in. I like them. I think our new shill strategy is superb. I like it. Any shills that are gonna come in, we just ask them how many shares they hold long, and you guys should do that too. When you guys see them start to freak out in the chat, just be like, how bullish are you're very bullish, right? And just like start talking to them like that because because they want a reaction out of you. But if you were just gonna come at them and be like, oh yeah, how many shares do you own? Like you're long on it, right? Like I know you're bullish on AMC. How can you not be bullish? Like and just keep going at them like that. They're gonna be like, what? They just will lose their mind. It's hilarious. All right, we have 38 minutes until the market opens. Let's see here. All righty. Any crazy news? Yeah, I've seen the FTDs. Yeah, a lot of people freaking out about the FTDs, but guys, 400K is not as high as we've seen it in the past. I mean, we did see a little bit of a run on AMC, so it does make sense that there was a little bit of a spike in the FTDs, but 400,000 FTDs, we've seen it in the millions before, in like multi millions. So it's not like it's interesting to see, but it's not like absolute craziness. I had a dream I went to see Spider-Man naked. Gonna be a good day in AMC. Matt Stuck suspenders. There you go. That's exactly, I guess, what you should be dreaming about, right? Spy's getting a little bit of a jump here. Lucid's down a little bit. GME up 0.96. Amy up 0.38%. Let's see here. Don't you think they have already hedged those shares in the money already? No, I don't. I think they've hedged some of them, but they have not hedged the vast majority because here's what we usually see. We usually see the run-ups happen around 2 weeks before. That's just typically what we see. We see the run-ups typically happen 2 weeks before. So, and that's usually a result of hedging. And even if they have hedged them and people start exercising the deep in the monies, well, they have to buy even more shares. ISPC got a buy rating of 20. Jesus. Is it going? Coming back up here. Let's see. Lucid was getting a little jumpy. I like Lucid right now. Hey, Steve, what's your thoughts on BlackBerry? I think it could run along with everything else. We do have Bed Bath& and Beyond's earnings Thursday, I believe. So that's gonna be the interesting one. But, BlackBerry's probably gonna be the short interest isn't that high on BlackBerry, I don't think. It was previously, but I don't think it is now. Let me look. Yeah, 6.32% with 14% utilization. It is not that crazy. Low cost to borrow. BlackBerry is not really a squeeze play. Let's see. Retail sales plus 18.8%. Oil futures extend gains. Oh, this could be a nice day. It feels like we're right back from square one. If we continue dipping, this will be the end of AMC, says Austin Allen. No, it won't. Have the shorts covered. Hold on. Austin? Austin? Why are you looking at price to determine whether it's over or not? And why aren't you looking at the actual things that matter? Like short interest, like fundamentals of the business, good or bad news for the company. Price is irrelevant. It is completely irrelevant. And like and I know a lot of people hate to see the price go down, but it's literally irrelevant to what we're looking at here in terms of the validity of the short squeeze thesis. It means zero. Austin is bullish. It's obvious. I know. I know, Austin. It's obvious. If we were at square one, we would be at 35. Good morning, Vic, says Nicholas. What's up, man? How you doing? All right, people. Up 0.38% in the pre-market. We're just kind of tracking on this algo. Let's see what happens today. I mean, it could be another day staring at the same stuff. Buenos dias, Vix. What's up? Do we need to see 24% short interest to see another June run? No. Because think about it. Technically, we only need to see 10%. Because the amount that the short interest dropped in January was about 10%. So technically, we only need to see 10% short interest. Because if they're going to cover the same amount, well, you only need it to be about 10%. Oh, look, a little bit of a red candle. Nice. What's going on here? What's GME doing? Up 0.96. Interesting. Short interest is pointless. Also, as we know, the data is being messed with. True. It's just a bare baseline minimum. Hit the like button. It cost you nothing. Thank you, Droobs. I appreciate that, man. Today, they are reversing, flipping, stretching, twisting yesterday's algo. I mean, they might. They borrowed a lot of shares today. I expect them to try to drive it down hard today. They could. Good morning, everyone. Aporcalypse. What's up, man? How you doing? AMC's price action has just been boring, and that's what they want to make us bored and want to leave. But Ape's not leaving. Yeah, 100%. Stephanie says, "What?" Hi, Stephanie. How you doing? Shit. What do you think of TXMT? All right. I feel like that's rude that you called me shat, but what is this thing? Pre-market high of 57.94. It needs to break. If you're trying to day trade it, you need it to break the pre-market high of 57.94 in order for it to really get going. You did call me shat. So Lucid calls. I like Lucid. What do you think about the 3-year leaps on Amy? Do they have the 2024s? Or I mean, I don't think we don't have 3-year leaps right now, I don't think. I think we have 2-year leaps to 2024. Lucid coming back. I like Lucid right now. It's looking good. It's about to cross on what I'm looking at on the 4-hour. So, and that would be bullish. Bullish, bullish, bullish. All right, let's see. Yeah, okay, so it did just cross. So let's see here. Check out the descending wedge on the 5-minute over the past 3 days. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. So it's just going right in here. So we're gonna need to see it break out a little bit. But what are we at right now? 26.56. Yeah, price is irrelevant, everybody. It's an irrelevant metric to look at and see if the thesis is still there. Do we have a date on earnings for Amy yet? No, but it's gonna be around March, I believe. It should be March. That's what it says. Let me pull it up really quick because I feel like it's not March. I feel like it would be sooner than that. So this one was November. Okay, so maybe it will be March. No, it shouldn't be. So the quarter ended September after the market closes on November 8th. So October, November. So it should be yeah, it could be end of February, early March. That's probably when we're gonna see Amy's earnings. Yeah, 3/4/22. That's what it's saying, but it's not a confirmed date. So we're gonna have to wait for AMC to come out and confirm it. GME up 1.26 in the pre-market, people. We have about 30 minutes left. Oh, then it came down a little bit. Called it too soon. We got about 30 minutes until the market opens, everybody. We're seeing Lucid bounce back. I'm guessing Tesla's probably doing something similar right now. No, Tesla's actually settling down a little bit. So interesting. Lucid could be the winner today out of the EVs. I mean, it is still a little bit red in the pre-market. Oh no, it's back to flat. Here we go. Howdy, what's up, Fee Rhymes with AMC? New highs on the SPY and VTI morning STV. Let's go, Amy. Let's go, Chicago Bulls. The Bulls. Here we go. I mean, I'd love to see new highs on the SPY. What's the high on it? 479. So we need a $2 move. Wait, hold on. Is that really the high? Interesting. So it is all-time highs on the SPY. Wow. Watch for a breakout. If SPY gets to 480, we could see a little bit of a 480 breakout. So what are the options looking like today? Yes, I mean, that's not crazy on Gamma on SPY, but in terms of the amount of money that it costs market makers to hedge SPY contracts, oh, it's nuts. GME's up 0.86, Amy's up 0.19. Let's see what happens when the market opens. We're going to need to see a little bit of volume. GME's volume is like abysmal right now. It's 937 on Webull, but we're going to see what happens when the market opens. Ho ho, the mask gang is coming in. What is up, everybody? How am I doing today? Jordan, doing pretty good. I thought TMI wasn't live. I'm dumb. Jay. Oh no. Let's see. What is up, mask gang? How are we doing, everybody? Hopefully everybody is having some fun in the pre-market today. Alrighty, everybody. Let's see. We got 28 minutes. Got my energy drink ready to go. I'm ready to just be nice with the shills and ask them how long they are on AMC. And then they're just gonna threaten to they're gonna threaten to cancel me, which is fine, you know. Good morning, SCV says TMI's box. How you doing, man? If you can't drop a like, then at least talk to someone about your car's extended warranty, says Tabasco Dave. What's up? Yeah, for everybody filtering in right now, make sure you guys hit that like button. Just helps out with the algo. You guys have been telling me that YouTube's been a little bit wonky for some of you. So yeah, if you guys don't mind helping out with that, it helps out a whole lot. Is there any way of getting out of all the calls and the money by running them through dark pools so it doesn't affect the price? No. You can't run. No. No. Dark pools do affect the price. It just might be a little bit delayed, but it just mass orders on the level 2. That's essentially what it is. Because here's the thing, the algos are watching. So if you just see massive sell walls or buy walls come in, the algos are going to act accordingly and buy or sell. So that's essentially what the dark pool's doing. Seeing that high amount of orders getting routed to the dark pool, here's what it essentially means. It means that those market makers are internalizing the orders and are basically taking the other side of your trade, and they could be like arbitraging your orders, making money, limiting price discovery. That's what the real issue is. Just because the orders are in the dark pool doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot, but because of the market maker internalization of those orders, that's the actual problem. We need all the people who were in AMC and GME last year back in for another run up. They're still in it, my man. Antics, ISIG, Ortex, it's low. It's like 4% short interest. Trey is bald now. I know. I saw that. That was pretty funny. But it doesn't show dislikes anymore. Sebastian, why are you even saying that? What's going on with Neo? Is Neo coming up too this morning? Yo. Neo's just kind of hanging out. Had a pre-market high of 33.87. How's it looking at on this thing over here? Yeah, so it's about to be earnings season. Ooh, it crossed. Ooh, I like Neo right now. Actually, I'm gonna give my old friend a text. Oh, hold on. Best Buy launches new advertising business, BBY. Oh, All right, I gotta send a quick message out real quick. Let's see. All right, Amy is popping up a little bit in the pre-market now. It's only up 0.26. GME is up 1.34%, but very low volume. So let's see what happens when the volume kicks in on GME today. Whoo, Happy Ape still here. What is going on? I'm referring to the ones who cashed out. Should be a good opportunity for them to buy back in. Yeah, if it starts to run, yes, we're going to see a lot of FOMO. Let's see. Best Buy, BBBY. No, BBBY is Bed Bath and Beyond. BBY is BBY. So actually, let's see what BBY's Ortex is saying, and then check the chart. It's no, nothing too crazy. Days to cover is pretty big though. 4.56 low volume. What's BBY looking like over here? So Lucid and Neo are going to be some ones to watch today. BBY getting a little bit of a pop in the pre-market off of that advertising news. That is pretty good. Amy is up about 0.5%, 0.4% right now. GME coming down a little bit. I mean, low volume. It's very, very difficult to pick a direction here. Meet Kevin lost his exercise challenge, so he had to shave his head. That's funny. I'm so ready for BBIG to rip and get my free Tide shares. Yeah, I can't wait for the BBIG rip. That's going to be fun. I mean, I'm still bullish on BBIG. Do you think GME can go back up to 40 to 100 levels before another run up? Corey, no, I don't think so. I think the buyers will step in because I honestly don't think so. I think GME is looking very strong. I think a breakout of 160 is going to be very, very like, look, resistance here, 160, 160, about 160 comes right back down. 161. Yeah, it needs to break 160 with momentum to really start to get going. Maybe 161. Your best guess of what the third week and fourth week of January could bring us? I think it has here's the thing. It has the potential to be really fun. That's the thing. It's like, it's all about potential. Like we've been talking about January on this channel since like August, like July, August. Like it has the potential to be really, really fun. Is it going to? I don't know. Let's wait and see. If it doesn't, I mean, there's nothing really changes. Like then we're waiting for earnings. Buyer stepping in. Good point. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't think they would let it fall that much. A moment of silence for the old BlackBerry devices. Yeah, bro, AMC's starting to scare me regardless. I don't know what to think anymore. Tim, why? You're thinking about price in terms of your investment thesis. That's I don't want to say it like this, but it is not the way to think about it. That's how these institutions want you to think. They're like, "Oh my god, price down, sell. Oh my god, fear candle, sell." Mm-mm. No, you got to think about what the actual thesis is and why you got into this play in the first place. One, January. Those people that cut off the buy button in January, they should all be in prison. So we're still in it. We're still saying screw you for cutting this off and not letting the market be as fair as it should be. The second is, one, short interest is still very high, even though some people, hint, Motley Fool, are saying it's at 4-month lows, even though they're incorrect. The other thing is, the fundamentals of the company are steadily increasing. So everything is pointing to AMC is still in a great spot in terms of a potential another run up. And you're thinking about the one thing that doesn't necessarily matter a whole lot and the thing that is easily manipulatable on the screen. You're like, oh no, the price is down. They could sell a bunch of shares into the market and push the price down to scare you. That's the point of doing that. Let's see. I appreciate you guys. Tim Star. Yeah, I know you're not. I know you're not actually like chilling in here. I just get heat. I get like, I just want everybody to be able to think, like, have a little bit more of like logical thinking on what is actually going on. China opens digital yuan app for iOS. Interesting. That's kind of weird. Morning all. What? Motley Fool incorrect? You're kidding. I thought it was the most truthful and extensive researching news company. Oh, what's up? I'm going to call you Xeris because I feel like that's how your name is pronounced. The battle is more of a battle in your head. Remember, it is you and your future self. Yep. Options are kind of like poker. There are odds that can be in your favor, but it's still a gamble. Exactly. Trey Spider wants to buy. There you go. Am I shaving my head on stream? No. I was being facetious if people can't tell. Thank you. When Vic shave head? I've only shaved my head once in my life, and I don't think I'm going to be doing it. Nope, stop. Nope, this is not going to be the new happy birthday your squirrel thing. People have short memories. The community always gets down on dips. Zoom out. Exactly. We got to think about like we could easily have another June-like event very soon. It's about time for it too. Oh, these energy drinks are good. That is correct, STV. Thank you, Zirus. I appreciate that. So Best Buy up a decent amount in the pre-market. GME up 0.87. Amy is up 0.34. So Amy's sitting at 26.63. GME's at 154.17. Best Buy 103.95. And the SPY is up at new all-time highs. Here we go. Shave the VIX. Nah. You figure out your YOLO plays. I can't do anything yet. I'll see what happens with any of the plays that you're looking at. I might hop in on a couple of them. Because I can't trade any options until like next week, which is fine. Shave the VIX. No. One of these days AMC is gonna run. I'm not worried about price right now. So here's the thing. We only need 2 big green days. 2, 1, even 1 would be even 1 would put the pressure on them. We only need 1. GME selling off a little bit in the pre-market now. It's still, I mean, it's up 0.37. The volume on this thing is so low. So, I mean, it jumped a little bit here, 1.17K. So that's a little bit of selling that's coming in. Like, what's the volume on this candle? 107.6. Interesting. That's kind of weird. So Amy is up 0.3. Ooh, SPY's getting a little pop here. What's TLT looking like? Because TLT and the bonds were moving interestingly today. Yeah, so TLT coming back down. This could be a good day, people. If bonds start to chill out, small caps are going to get another good day. Will I show the doubters the price action of the 2008 Volkswagen short squeeze? I can, but the problem is that everybody likes to come in and be like, we're here right now. And I don't want to do that because people have said that on every single dip. But Volkswagen essentially just went nutty. I mean, it ripped and then it tanked and then it went explosion to over 1,000. Can you explain how much FTDs for AMC and when it's due? I mean, it went up to 400,000 failures to deliver, but it's a lot, but it's not enough to, 1, get on the threshold list. It's 2, not as much as we've seen in the past. So yeah, we should not have that amount of failures to deliver. So yes, it still is big, but it's not like, oh my God, FTDs naked. It's not like that. Like if we were going to see like 4 million FTDs on it, I'd be like, that's a lot. Cup and handle? Where? Look, cup and handler. How much for shaving the VIX? No, we're not doing that. We didn't make a bet. I think Trey and everybody made a bet, and that's why they had to do it. Kevin made a bet. Trey made a bet. Microvision up 8. Yeah, Microvision's good. SVP said he will shave his head when we moon. I didn't say that. They won't cover FTDs. They'll put them in the options chain. That's fine. But every single time they do that, there's a buying transaction to offset the calls that they're the calls or the selling the calls and the buying of the puts. There's always a buying transaction. So it doesn't really like they should just go. They should just buy the FTDs and close them out because they have to make a buying transaction anyway. It's just a weird one. Steve, where do you stand on flat Earth and why? The Earth is not flat. Apple had 36,000 FTDs. Amazon had like 39. Yeah, exactly. I like TMI's joke, new year, new Lou. I thought that was hilarious. I actually thought that was really funny. All right, people. Oh, Elizabeth Holmes. Jail. Right to jail. My ankles hurt. It's too bad. Do they report FTDs on an honor system though? I don't think so. Also, this whole Fintel. 1. I know TMI wants to interview Fintel and ask them where they're at with it. The thing is there's other sources to get our 13F data for free. And it doesn't matter because here's the thing. You can't like, if you want to act, here's the thing. We hold something as valuable in the ape community in our wallets in terms of the data that we want to see. So if you are going to come out and treat us not with the utmost respect for boosting your business, which we did not have to do, we could have all gotten it for free in 2021. Screw you. We're not going to use your business anymore. No matter how many good things that you say after, and the misinformation that you're going to put out on your Twitter. Just leave us alone. We don't need to use you because there's other ways to get this data for free. Whale wisdom. The other thing is that they liked to say that it's not self-reported and that naked shorts would be counted into the exchange numbers. It's possible, but also you can't have the Ethereum CEO come out and say through a third-party audit we had 8 million in addition to what was reported on Nasdaq. That is one piece of evidence. We have global links. We have what happened in '08. We have BTIG marking shorts as long, which is not showing up. That is the thing right there. They mark the shorts as long in the system. So it does not show up in the FINRA report. So when you say this is the rule and this is how people operate, that's how people should operate. But it doesn't mean that they do. It's looking at a rule and being like, oh, this is the rule. People are going to follow it. But they don't. There's examples of people who don't. So them saying that is like them trying to gaslight us and be like, "No, no, no, you're stupid. Just read the rule." It's like, "Hey, dummy, like we already know that this is possible because there's been SEC cases on this." Did we ever get clarification on how ATR CEO did the investigation? Nah, he just said third party. Is SPY going to keep running? If TLT is going to keep coming down, then yes. 115K big on the level 2s for AMC. AMC might tank under 25. Be ready. Thanks, Antics. Yeah, they took out a lot of shares on low. Here's the thing. When we look at AMC's Ortex right now, you guys are using like iBorrowdesk and stuff to look, but AMC's Ortex is only showing 30,000 borrowed shares. So hold on. Let me look at iBorrowdesk. Where is everybody looking at the shares going out on loan where it's like tank it? Like it's so many shares. Like I don't see it. Let me look at iBorrowdesk. I see nothing today. Hold on. I see 5 million, 5 million, 5 million, and then I see it go to 5.2, then 5.1. So I haven't seen, and then 5.5. So I've actually seen it go up for available shares to loan out. I'm going to FTD my rent. Unless someone steps in, we get a share count. They can like, nah, I don't know. Stonko Tracker's doing it. Where is it? No, Stonko Tracker's showing the same thing right here. 5, 5.2, 5.1, 5.3. It's not changing. It's actually at 5.5 right now. January 4th. ETF available, it's the same number. So I haven't M. Kriegs, where did you get that before that everybody was like loaning out a boatload of shares? Because I saw it, but I was like, I don't know where it's coming. Is that a TD screen? Nah, this is Webull. We should FTD capital gains. Yes. So some shorts are covering down to 16.64. No. This is literally just a move based on Ortex underestimating the short interest. Let's see here. All right. So we've got 12 minutes until the market opens, everybody. Amy's up 0.19. GME's up 0.84. TLT is on the low. Let's see how Lucid's doing in the pre-market. I do like Lucid. I would probably go for a little bit of time on Lucid too. Let's see. Borrowing shares should be illegal. I agree. They should not be able to do that. People do have legit arguments for why you could short a company, but here's the thing: you should not be able to flood the market with supply of like extra supply, because that's essentially what it is. The shares are already owned by somebody, and you're loaning them out to sell it. You're inflating the amount of supply out in the market. If you want to bet against a company, just buy puts. That's how I view it right now. Buy in the money puts with a lot of time. That's really it. That's how I view it, because they're levering up on their position anyway. Just use options to do it. Are you going to be starting a Discord or putting out courses? I might start a Discord, but I do have a kind of very interesting thing that I want to get done in 2022 that I think a lot of people would really like. I got to talk to some people about it. I talked to a couple people over this last weekend about it, and it was an idea that a lot of people liked. So let's see if I can get it going. It would be like something like nobody's done before in like the finance YouTube space. And I think it would be a really, really cool thing to do. But I can't say what it is. And I got to talk to everybody about it to see if people are going to be on board. But it's very cool. It's like a massive network. Be very, very interesting. Let's see. Was checking out my broker's feed yesterday when a yuppie held out a couple of bucks asking, "Do you have a homeless rewards card?" What? Short interest on Relly is showing 5% on my broker. Anyone else seeing getting that? Yeah, they could have covered yesterday a little bit. Was June short interest 24% overestimated? No, that was the exchange, I believe. Or no, that was the exchange reported short interest. But that's not many. It's not that many. It's like 10, 50. It's like, hold on, what is that? 6% difference. What's 6%? 20 million share difference than what we're sitting at right now. Is it gonna be a cooking karaoke TA show? No. Does anyone besides me trust Ortex as much as I trust Fintel or Citadel for that matter? I just look at the trends on it. There's some key pieces of data that I like to look at, especially average days on loans, probably my favorite thing to look at right now to really get a good idea of what the danger zone is. Ooh, little pop here on Amy. GME is up 1% in the pre-market. AMC is up 0.34. The SPY's looking like it wants to keep going. Let's watch that 480 breakout on the SPY today. Lucid's coming back up flat right now. Essentially, it's down a penny. Let's get it going, everybody. Now I'm sad. Oh, I apologize. It's not going to be a karaoke TA show. Do you think with the resolution to the global? No, nothing happened with global links. I believe nothing happened with global links, and they just kind of were like, yeah, whatever. Like they lost the lawsuit, I believe, which was interesting. How do you lose the lawsuit? Let's see. What do we got going on over here? Yeah, there's a lot of plays that I want to get into. CDC shortens Pfizer booster interval to 5 months from 6 months. What is this in EBITDA terms? Let's see. All right. What difference does it make if AMC pops up? It just keeps going up and down. Ridiculous. Ben and Abe since last February getting very discouraged. Again, Joanne or Joan. Again, I'm going to say this to a lot of people today. You're looking at price as the determining factor as to how we are doing. That's just not how it works. Oh, here we go. So fundamentals are so incredibly important to what we're doing here because like I don't think it's arguable that you could say that they don't matter. Like they do because that's what the short thesis is based on. And again, we're waiting for earnings. We're gonna see all of these good box office numbers come out. We have the new popcorn. We have NFTs. And why do we care about the? I just don't get it. Like, why are we so focused on the price in the short term if we all believe it can go up in the long term? When you see lower prices, it means buy. It doesn't mean, oh my God, it's oversell. Like, that's not what it means. Like, in my mind, it's like, okay, the short interest is still high. The option chain looks nasty. The fundamentals are getting better. I need to make more money to buy AMC. Like, that's how it is. It's not like, oh, sell it. No. Fundamentals don't raise the price or get us closer to the MOAS. It's been long term. Wrong. Short interest keeps going down. Wrong. Short interest has stayed the same for about the last couple months. Let's see. In August, 18%. September, 19%. September, 17.8. October, 18. October, 18.5. November, 17. November, 16. December 15th, 19. It's the same. It has not been going down. It's the same exact thing. I've watched it. You're just wrong, though. I know Joanne is not bearish. I just think she's like worried about it for some reason. Like I just don't get it. The short interest has stayed like pretty much the exact same. Okay, when was the last time we saw 19%? September. Then before that, when was it? Okay, then it came down after the giant run up, and then all it's done is actually go up, and then it's literally done this. It's gone up, into June, it came down and then went up and then stayed flat essentially. It has not just went like down over the last couple of months. Let's see. Who said this would be easy? Making life-changing money doesn't come easy. 100%. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Well, I'm going to ask a question. We're going to ask a couple questions. Before we have 5 minutes until the market opens, we're going to ask a couple of questions and hopefully this makes people feel a little bit better. First one, easiest one. Have the shorts covered. Have the shorts covered. Let's see. Just have the shorts covered. No, there's one. No. Here we go. Keep it going. Keep it going. Here we go. I'm not wearing shorts. Okay. A lot of people are saying no. There we go. Next question that we're going to ask. This is the next question. Have AMC's fundamentals over the last 6 months increased or decreased? So increase or decrease for AMC's overall fundamental stance as a company. Okay. Then here's the other thing. Increase. Great. So now we have shorts haven't covered, fundamentals are increasing. So those two things are very important. Very important because it makes the shorts anything that they're going to say invalid. Anything that they say, the shorts invalid. Ethan, thank you so much for the super SCV on the 4-minute delay. But if shorting were illegal, what would the market maker puts hedge? Just curious on your thoughts on the full market wise. They would just buy offsetting put contracts. That's how they would hedge it to become delta neutral. Up and down, not just increase. Joanne, I would say that the fundamentals have continuously increased. The pandemic is a concern for the movies again. It could be, but that's like an unrelated thing that like AMC's popping a little bit right now. Here's the other thing that we need to think about. The other thing. Has the market become transparent enough over the last year to the point where we could say we know what's happening with any given stock based on the data that we have? CSAMs, thank you for the super. The question is, why should they cover? I mean, they are all under one blanket government, hedges, banks, everyone. They just illegally continue, even if it takes 3 years. Why would they cover? So there's a couple of things. One, it would be the fundamentals increasing and the fundamental value of the company coming back up because of the fact that they're continuously generating bigger revenues than before. They're taking their business in a different direction, and they have a fiduciary duty to their clients to not keep them in a YOLO bet. The second would be if we just see the short squeeze thesis start to play out, they get margin called, forcefully liquidated, then they would start to cover. Exactly. So for me, this is how I look at it, Joanne. And this is why I like to say and think in my mind that the price does not matter. It doesn't, because we know that they can screw with it. Shorts covered, no. Fundamentals increasing, yes. We have not accomplished what we need to in the overall market. It just hasn't happened. We just haven't seen it yet. And the other thing is, Joanne, we know exactly how people were feeling between March and May of last year, and it's the exact way that you're feeling right now. The exact way that you're feeling. And we were saying the same exact things. It's like shorts haven't covered. Fundamentals still increasing. We have a lot of good movie slates coming out. We're waiting to see what happens. And then June, boom. So, it could take some time to play out. That's the thing. But price on the screen is not going to be the determining factor on whether or not the play is over or not. That's what I want to get across. Meow, thank you so much for the super. Could the market makers have slowly been buying all year to stop the huge spike for the options chain this month? They could be, but typically they wouldn't. And especially with what we saw back in January when in the GameStop report, they were like, yeah, no gamma squeeze. And it's like, okay, and also, CSAMs, thank you for the super. Fundamentals and stock market aren't the same anymore. Fundamentals doesn't matter anymore. That's wrong. Fundamentals in terms of the short size, in terms of their short thesis as to getting in that trade, in my mind, the way that they're looking at fundamentals is irrelevant. I agree. But the fundamentals of the company, just looking at the overall state of the company, not like the specific numbers trying to project the cash flows, those do matter because that's what the short thesis is based off of. And the way that the company needs to just keep coming out and saying, hey, you're wrong. Like, we're doing well. We're not like about to go bankrupt. Is a very, very good thing. And here's what it also allows for that a lot of people don't necessarily understand. It allows for institutional purchases, which is what we need. Say whatever you want about the like that being bullish or bearish if they're going to lend out shares, because when they loan them out, they can just recall them at any time. But when the institutions see, okay, the company's getting better, we could easily see the start going up. There's still people betting against it. We'll just put more money into it because we see that the stock will continue to go up. BlackRock and Vanguard and Renaissance were buying in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Like, they're going to sell now? No, they're just going to continue to buy more. They're fine with continuing to park this capital in AMC as long as they need to. Daniel, thank you so much for the super. The government isn't going to prosecute itself. They're accomplices. How else is Nancy worth $100 million? Exactly. So the thing is that the SEC, Joanne, I follow SCV and TMI. Asking questions is fine according to their chats. Doesn't mean I have to agree with everything. Just my opinion. Keep it open mind. Yep, I agree. Sorry about just kind of going off originally. I get that you're feeling upset. But at the same time, like the way that I think about it is just a little bit different than I think a lot of other people think about like price on the screen. Daniel, the thing is that the SEC, the DTCC, they're not going to be coming to the rescue. They're not coming to rescue us. What their job is going to be is to like figure out the fallout of the situation after. Yeah, they can put rules into place to basically try to kind of create a little bit more of a fair market in the meantime. But again, it could just be their attempt to be like, oh yeah, hopefully they shut up and leave us alone, which is not happening. It's like, okay, this is a good step. What are you going to continue to do? So AMC is selling off at market open. IWM looks like it's booming right now. Yep, IWM is up 0.66. Lucid is coming up a little bit here. What is TLT doing? I'm guessing it's selling off a little bit. So TLT is selling off a little bit. AMC and GME are both selling off a little bit into open, but it is bouncing a little bit right here. Adam, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate it, man. Something no YouTuber has covered yet. The popcorn and NFT market is also a way to protect AMC if there's another shutdown. Yes. Well, sort of. The NFT market, not necessarily. The NFT marketplace is really to turbocharge the revenues that they can generate from people going to the movie theater. But popcorn, yes. So they could be able to generate a decent amount of revenue based on popcorn sales. So which is very, very true. You can say whatever you want, be like, oh no, people aren't going to buy the popcorn, but that's just silly in my mind. Like, people will be buying that popcorn. You're going to see AMC popcorn in the theater and it's a brand. You're going to have a certain feeling about that brand. And if you see Orville Redenbacher, I think is the other one, or you see AMC, well, you're gonna be like, oh, movie theater popcorn. This is what I like. I want the movie theater experience at home. If we're not able to go out into society, which I don't foresee happening. So AMC is selling off a little bit here, down 1%. GME is down 0.89. IWM is up 0.75. TLT is bouncing up a little bit here, though. So watch out below on some of these indexes if they're going to get a little bit of selling pressure. AMC's volume right now, 1.16 million. GME's 58,000. Let's see how Lucid and some of these other stocks are doing with this little bond move at open. Yeah, so everything's kind of flickering around. Amy is selling off a little bit, so watch out for a little bit of an attack here. GME selling off too, hit a low of 150.75, down about 1%. AMC bouncing a little bit back here, down around just 1% right here. Let's see. Why do we trust the GME's SEC report when they say no short squeeze? Did anyone get here's yeah, it's weird. It's stupid. You can't run through the option chain and then not have a gamma squeeze. It makes no sense. Like they didn't hedge anything. That is the wildest mismanagement of risk I've ever seen in my entire life. All right, Lucid doing good here. Amy selling off a little bit. It's at 26.24, down 1%. I watch out. IWM coming back down to VWAP with the TLT coming down. Lucid's looking pretty strong. Let me look at what I have on Lucid over here. Lucid. Yeah, Lucid looks decent. I like Lucid right now. All right. Come on, Amy. Let's get some buyers stepping in here. Can't wait to hear from AA how many shareholders registered for the free NFT. Yeah, that's going to be great. All right. So Amy's down about 1.3. GME's down a little over 1% right now. Lucid coming back down. IWM coming back down. So watch TLT right here. It's coming up. Yeah. So TLT is coming up. That is not going to be very fun for a couple of these smaller cap stocks. Got to check RSI on. Let's see. This is great. I just keep buying more AMC every week. There you go. CSAMs, thank you so much for the super. Why should they hedge if they know they can drop the price? Because they can get exercised at any time. Like if I own a $10 strike and the stock goes to 70, I can exercise that anytime before expiration. Did I see the Al from Boston stream with Trey? I did not. AMC RSI, I can take a look. Fix the price doesn't matter. Why would you care if buyers step in? Because if buyers step in, then we can get up to the danger zone to start running. Like when the price just bounces around in these levels and we see these little sell-offs, I'm like, all right, cool. It doesn't matter to me. But I want to see buyers step back in because you don't want like why would I want the stock to just go like really, really like get hit hard? We're at 25.90 right now, down to about 2%. GME is selling off. So GME and AMC are both getting hit pretty hard right now. We've been saying they can be exercised at any time since May. Nothing happens. That's because people aren't exercising. That's the thing. Like you got to have the money on the sideline to be able to exercise. Exactly. So few options get exercised. Do you think at this point they just short AMC daily and reposition the next day? Not necessarily. Markets going down to the team. No, bro. Why does everybody think when we see a little bit of red that it's automatically going to go down to like the teens? Um, I don't necessarily understand that. AMC's Ortex right now, we are seeing 16.94% estimated short interest, but who knows what it actually is. IWM coming up a little bit. Again, guys, here's the other thing. When we see these dips at market open, what do we usually see? It rips at some point during the day. AVCT is ripping again, Sam. There you go. Oh, Sam, you are crushing it on those AVCT calls. There you go. The dollar amount does not matter on what? Does it really matter if the price goes down? It does matter if the price goes down because people begin to lose faith. There's a risk that this heads back towards 20. We need to discuss that confidently so we're prepared, not FUD. Okay, here's the other thing. What happened the last time that we touched down into the $20 range? We ripped up to 32. Yeah, Tabasco Dave says he thinks we drop down to 25 and then rip. Yeah, we could. By the 21st, I mean, Max Payne is 22. They want to push it down. Yeah, they could, but already there's so many contracts in the money already. They'd have to push it down to like sub 15 to get most of them out. GME popping back up a little here. So is AMC down 1.4. GME's down 0.87. IWM coming back up. AVCT looking really good for Sam. Ford running. Ford is running. Let me take a look at Ford over here. Yeah, when did this trigger on Ford? 2018. Wow, that would have been. Geez, this thing is good. It doesn't matter who steps in to buy AMC. It's so manipulated. The price stays in the 20s. Why? I don't get it. Most of us can't do calls and options. We aren't making anything. Just sitting, all this money being made isn't everyone. So many of us that don't know how to buy calls, hold. No, you're not really making a lot of money on options right now. Like you're just not unless you're playing these dips and YOLOing at the bottom and buying like Ryan says, it's like, oh, dip, buy the $29 weekly. It comes back up. You make some money and get out of it. It's just like a day trade. GME coming back up. It's up down 0.64. AMC is now above VWAP. Here's the thing. If we start to rip today, it's like, all right, like this is typically what we see. We see it sell off, start to come up, and it starts to do its thing. Ford is looking good right now. Let's see. Ford calls printing. Yeah. Let's go Mara. Is Mara going? Mara's up 5. Woo, Mara's getting a little bit jumpy here. Also, for everybody filtering in right now, if you guys don't mind just hitting that like button on the stream, it just helps out with the algorithm. Let's see. What do you think about the 50-day looking like it's going to death cross the 200-day on the daily? I don't think it would. Oh, it might. Yeah, it might. But also, hold on. Where I was looking at it somewhere else where it's not. It's looking at a different cross. On the 3-month, if we get a little bit of action here, it could cross on this 3-month. But we just need a little bit of bullish momentum here. I mean, we saw the 100 cross above the 200. It's not that crazy, but AMC's popping, or no, it's not. Hold on. That was IWM. Hold on. Why is it doing this? Stop being a little a-hole. All right, Amy coming down a little. Why is it moving in tandem? My Weeble's freaking out today. Okay, Mara looking good. GME coming down a little bit now. Same thing with AMC. Fell below VWAP. Let's see if it comes right back up. It's down about 1.3. GME down 1. Let's see. Hit the lit exchange. There you go. We need a double figures green day to start building confidence in the ape community again. Confidence is rock bottom for many. We need something big and green to bring in the new year. Yeah, it would be nice. Let's see. If buyers step into AMC, they need to use the lit exchange. Yep. What do you think of price on AMC on January 21st? Dude, come on. What kind of question is that? I have no idea. It's setting up for a nice run, but I cannot give you any certainty on, oh, this is what the price is going to be on January 21st, because then you're going to go buy calls and then you could lose all of your money. That would be how that works. Corey says 100. There you go. There you go. All right, let's see if we get a little bounce here. Let's see. Let's see. How can we compete if they can make shares up out of thin air? Sean, oh my God, here's the other thing. You got into this play knowing that they can do that. That's the thing. I got into this play knowing that they can create shares out of thin air. You got into this play knowing that there's synthetic shorting and naked shorting. Here's the other thing. When we see the price manipulation in AMC and it goes down like this, we all got in knowing that happens. We all knew it. That's kind of how I see it. It's like, we know that there's most likely crazy manipulation going on. We know that there's synthetic and naked shorts going on. We know that there's manipulation in the derivatives market. We know that they're doing stuff with our orders and sending them to the dark pool. These are things that we knew as the premise of entering, because the implication of that is because if we buy up enough shares and the amount of supply out in the open market decreases, and they can't cover those shares, then the price goes up. That is the premise for investing into AMC and increasing fundamentals, which is what we've seen over the last year. So when we see these decreases in the price and people are like, "Oh my God, why is this happening?" It's like, this is what we expect to happen. We expect to see this type of manipulation because this is the plays that have the most manipulation behind it. The manipulation is the reason there's a potential for the squeeze, says Skylar. Exactly. So we all got into it. No. So when you say, how can we win if they can just create synthetics out of thin air? You knew that going in. That's the thing. We know that they can do all of this stuff to it. Just bought the dip, says Todd. There you go, my man. No one said relationship would be easy. I still love you, Amy. Yeah. Hey Vix, I use E-Trade and it looks like it was acquired by Morgan Stanley. No, probably not. I mean, SV, we are here to show how corrupt the market is. Make a stand and make money on the short squeeze, says Sam. Yep. I'm in this play for life changing wealth. Of course, they are dragging this out as long as they can. Diamonds are made from pressure, says Deborah. There you go. I'd be surprised if AMC wasn't manipulated at this point. High risk, high reward. Yep. Debt is only an issue when the lender asks for the money or shares back. Why do you think we never got closer to 100% ownership of the float? People weren't buying. Can you explain how Adam Aron would refinance the debt for AMC? How can that be done? He just makes a new agreement with he might have to pay up. IWM selling off a little bit here, but Amy's holding up right around VWAP, coming up a little bit. GME's moving up a little bit here, down 1.92. AMC's down 1.55. So basically, what he's going to have to do is just come up with a new payment structure, and he's going to have to settle up some sort of payment. They might have to pay a little bit more upfront to really do this. It might hurt their cash standing a little bit or some of their financials in 2022. But again, it's long-term bullish for the company if they can push those payments out a little bit longer. Mara's looking really good today. Amy's popping back up above VWAP. GME's above VWAP. IWM starting to get a little movement here. Let's see what happens. Buying weekly calls is putting money in the opposition's pocket. Buy shares. I would have to agree with that. If you're gonna think about buying any type of option, I'm always gonna go to some sort of quarterly or a big options expiration date. Because those are the only times that we've ever seen AMC really pay out options. I get emotional when I can't afford to buy the dip. There you go. Buy lit shares. Yup. I'm going to laugh if there is an ape out there who has bought the entire float of AMC. That would be impossible, but Target might break out. Let me look. I was gonna look at Target. Let me look. How's it looking over here? Yeah, Target's looking like it wants to go soon. When's earnings on Target? Next is March 9th. Interesting. Okay. So Target looking decent. Let me see what Amy's doing over here. Amy's trying to stair step its way up a little bit off after the morning sell-off. We got Mara doing all right. We got GME down 0.63. AMC's down 1.32 at 26.18 right now. Long on Target. There you go. Prague trying to bounce. There you go. It hurts when you got in at 70 with all your savings. Yes, it does. It does hurt. Here's the thing. There's a lesson to be learned with that. Don't YOLO. You can't. That's not a smart. I didn't YOLO my life savings into AMC. I risked what I was like what I could lose. If that makes sense. Like, yes, I typically am more like little bit risk averse to some things, but again, the amount of money that I put into AMC is more money than I put into anything in my entire life. And now I'm a little bit red on my shares. Sean, if you ask that question again, I'm going to ban you because you knew that was or I'm going to time you out because I knew that was everybody knew that was the premise going into it. Naked shorting. They can create shares without a locate. They can create fake shares and sell them into open market counterfeit shares. We know that going in, and that is the reason why these plays have the potential to be big. So you basically saying that is the way stop that. That's just not a way to operate. Like, why are you saying that the reason why you got into this investment is also the way you can't win? It's like, what are we doing here? I was a June 8th. Now my average is 28. There you go. You will grow green again, VIX, very soon. That's what I'm thinking. You own synthetic shares. I own the float, says SCV's neighbor. There you go. Let's see. Exactly. I put into AMC what I could afford to lose. Sitting on the side. If they win, great. Not on to other place. Interesting. Oh damn, a lot of people mad in here today. Says Shimu. Yeah, a lot of people are not happy. We also assumed someone would do something about the manipulation. I've been saying for the longest time that the SEC was not going to come to the rescue. They could do something, but they're not going to be the end all be all. Amy popping up a little bit here, down less than 1% now. GME down 0.92. IWM popping back up. Let's see what happens. Let's see if Amy can get some support at VWAP and really start to get going. But again, the volume today, 3.68 million, pretty low. Mara is really getting going today. How's Lucid looking? Lucid coming down. Let's see. You don't lose until you sell. Yep, quite literally put more money than I have ever had at one time in my life into AMC. Not mad about it either, says Larry. There you go. If you expect the Fed to help you, you haven't been paying attention to how the government works. Yep. I thought that message was always YOLO AMC. Jeez. SEC takes years to do anything. Uh-oh, my mouse is looking like it's going to get a little struggly. So we're going to charge it for a little bit. We have a dead mouse. We've got a dead mouse. Grandpa Barney, thank you so much for that big super. I really appreciate that, man. Good morning, family. We will all be so happy we had these fire sales. Buy it and lower your average 1 or 100. It all helps. Do not lose faith. Jack is right. Breathe, family. We are good. I'm down 30K and still buying. Breathe. Grandpa Barney. There we go, man. Whew. Damn. Grandpa Barney, thank you for your generosity, man. You did not have to do that. Still up 150%, says Deborah. There you go. Bought 250 more AMC synthetics, says Fisher. Attaboy. Where's the buying pressure once again? We need to see the institutions really start to come back in with those big buy orders, honestly. My 834 shares are still up over 200%. Not a dead mouse, and it's not a dead cat. My mouse is technically not dead right now, but we're charging it a little bit. Screw it. A needs to release the NFT dividend. No. No. Mm-mm. I mean, they could do something next year, maybe. Or not next year, this year now, because it's 2022. The later half of this year, they can maybe do something. Pretty sure our taxpayer money goes to pay the people in the SEC to protect the investor, yet crickets. Yep. Keith, thank you so much for the super. I think a lot of people took positions in AMC thinking it would be an instant money printer, like a guaranteed lottery ticket. That's the problem. I also agree. And then you also have um, like the hype sometimes of like, oh my God, squeeze tomorrow. But some people don't necessarily know how to look. All right, looks like we're forming a little bit of a W right now. If we hit this and bounce, if we hit this level right here and bounce up a little bit, we're gonna have a little bit of a W forming, which could be decent. So that's the thing. It's not a get rich quick scheme, guys. That's just not what it is. It's a play that's gonna. If AMC squeeze tomorrow, we're still not done. We still have a lot of work left to do to really try to make this market more fair and more transparent. That's literally one of the things that we're mainly here to do. Let's see. What can make utilization go up on AMC? More shares going out on loan to short it. Every day becoming more of a fundamentals play. That's one thing that makes the market makers digging deeper and digging their heels in. Yet, things don't happen on your timeline. They happen when they happen. Yep. Also, for everybody new filtering in right now, if you guys don't mind just hitting that like button on the stream, helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Let's see here. Huge block order at 25. We'll touch 25 today. Market maker going to get those shares. Yeah, maybe. Everybody has a right to complain to the SEC via email. Yep, you can. Doesn't mean they're going to do anything, though. Let's see. They dragged this out to when I get my 20 grand back at tax time for having solar on your house last year. There you go. Let's see. All right. So if we start to bounce there it goes. Come on. Let's get back up here, Amy. We're right around 26 right now. Let's see here. Are you reminding people to only buy on brokers that can direct their buys to a lit exchange? Of course I am. But I feel like that's a little bit of financial advice, so I can only say the positives and negatives of doing both. So if you buy in a broker that's engaging in payment for order flow, the market maker is going to internalize your order and it is going to limit price discovery. If you send your order directly to the exchange, it gets automatically put on the ticker tape or in the order book, and you really get your order directly where you want it to go to affect the price instantly. So that is the benefit of ordering like direct to IEX on like, I think TD does it, E-Trade does it, Fidelity does it. And there's a couple of other brokers that allow you to do it as well. Let's see. Still haven't heard back from the SEC. Any news on the DOJ investigation? That is going to take years. Just putting that out there. That's going to take years. Let's see. Wait, hold on. What happened? What are you guys doing in here? What is this nonsense? Let's see. It's a cold day in Connecticut. Oh yeah, it is cold. It is very cold here. They make enough money writing calls to offset their losses. Not always. Hold on. Mods, what are you doing? What's going on here? What is going on? CSAMs, thank you so much for the super. This squeeze would kill the market in main banks. Do you really think the government would say yes to that? Even 2008, no one went to jail. Too big to fail. Yeah, but here's the thing. What are they going to do? They have open positions. What happened in 2008? Did they have to offset those positions and close them out so that all of those people who were short those basically the housing bonds made a bunch of money? Yeah. Yeah, they did. It just took a lot of time to play out. And that's kind of what we're looking at here. It's just taken a lot of time to play out. Madoff went to the slammer. Yeah. One person went to jail. Yeah, it was some Russian guy. At this point, forgotten about the squeeze. I'd be happy with a day that isn't a total price collapse. Why is there no support? Because we just haven't seen buyers come back in and buy it up. And here's why. Here's the other thing. They're watching us. I've said this many, many times, and nobody's listening. This is the other thing. Nobody's listening sometimes. When I come out and make a video and say they are watching us, JP Morgan's through the retail lens. This is the most important thing. They are watching and engaging in retail sentiment to kind of warn the funds, the shorts who've gotten blown out over the last year, how we are feeling. So when everybody comes in here and is like, doom and gloom, like really scared all the time, and their algorithm sees that, what are they going to do? They're like, oh, they're obviously not buying right now. We're just going to short it more. We're fine. And what are we seeing? What are we seeing? It coming down. So this is the thing right here. You have to understand the play. Shorts have not covered. The fundamentals are getting better. We are seeing this little time right now where we're bouncing around in this mid to upper 20 range when after we fall into the low 20s and then ripped right back up with a danger zone that is lower. If they're aggressively shorting this right now, the danger zone is going to go to 38, 35. It's going to be much lower, which is good for us when we start to see the run. So they are watching us. They are watching every single day. They're probably in the chat right now. Maybe not mine, but definitely in Matt's. They're watching. So when people start to say a lot of negative things about, oh my God, it's over, blah, 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 what do you think they're going to do? If I was them and I saw everybody in here freaking out like this, I would literally short the absolute crap out of it. I'd be like, oh, they're freaking out by this percent move and we can push it down even lower. What are we going to do now? Oh, just send it even lower to scare them. That's exactly what I would do if I was in their shoes. So it's that little like feedback loop where it's like, oh, people are getting scared. The price is going down, but that's not really the thing that matters. It's like fundamentals and short interest and like have the shorts covered. No, that's what we're looking at here. And then when people start freaking out about the price, it's like, I completely get it. Like you want it to squeeze, you want to you want to make a bunch of money. I understand. I want to make a bunch of money too. But the market doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't care how you feel. Like, sorry to say it, but like the market doesn't care about you like at all. I wish it did. I wish we could all come in here and just be like, yeah, go buy a couple shares and it goes to the moon. It's not how it works. It's going to happen when it's going to happen. But in the meantime, we're going to try to fight for like all of this new market transparency and still like focusing on these stocks and figuring out what is going on because it's not over. It's not over. Like, how can you see all of this random price action on these stocks and be like, oh, it's over? No, 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 no. It's just beginning. We haven't even started yet. We've seen a couple of runs, but comparatively to what we could potentially see on these, we're not even started yet. Let's see here. Then I don't care about the market's feelings. Yeah. Know how a stock is traded. There are no feelings. The market maker makes the price. Hedgies control the price. The market makers just provide liquidity. It's easier for them to push us down because volume is so damn dry. Yeah. Let's see. Y'all need to buck and get hyped, cheap, fake shares. Yep. Grandpa Barney, thank you for the super. I appreciate it, man. Buy and hold. That's how we fight them. Jack is right. It's that freaking simple, family. Really buy and hold. Grandpa Barney, thank you so much for all the support you've been throwing on the channel recently. I really appreciate it, man. Yeah, everybody, we're gonna keep it positive in here. Here's why. Again, with what I just said, they're watching. They're watching. They're literally looking at us like this group of people that are just like crazy. They think that we're idiots and dumb money anyway. We have to get back to the period where they're like, "Oh my god, why?" The thing is I remember I think there's a Houston Wade video where it's like, "This is the weirdest thing that we've ever seen because no retail investor and no group of investors has behaved this way ever. It goes up, we buy. It goes down, we celebrate and buy more." Because typically what happens is stocks go down, retail investors sell, institutions come in and ooh, I just spilled. Oh boy. I just spilled energy drink all over a bunch of stuff. That was not good. Whoops. You want the RSI? I'll give you the RSI. I gotta switch it around though a little bit here. I just knocked over my energy drink on the table because I'm a big dummy. All right, let me get the RSI up here. RSI. Wait, what? Why is this not? Let's see. Is it at 30? I think I got 37.78 on it. I think that's what I think that's what it is. Hold on. I got a weird RSI on here. Oliver, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate it, man. Settle down, STV. Let's see. Now we're making a mess. Yeah. As he was saying, apes don't panic sell, so good game. Still holding. Yeah. Energy drink. You should drink water. I do have my energy drink over here. All right. Amy's selling off a little bit here. She is coming down a little bit. IWM selling off too. So I mean, everything's kind of selling off today. So when we think about what's going on here, it's like ELT's coming back up. Amy's getting a little bit of red candles. Maybe I'll go out and buy some more shares right now. Maybe that's what I'll do. House arrest will make you klutzy. Yeah, I'm probably going to go buy some more shares today. They want to push it down? Okay, whatever. I'm still going to buy more shares. Nobody's going to sell? Nope. You just feed the mouse an energy drink. The mouse is going to run. Yeah. It costs you nothing to hold. What is the urgency? The longer it stays low, the more that we can buy. Exactly. I'm getting so many phone calls this morning. Everybody leave me alone. Want to keep ignoring level 2? I don't have it on here. Look, it's not here. I'd have to log in. I do not have it. I'm scared they push it to the gap fill around 12. No. Let's see. IWM trying to bounce. We got Amy at 25.66, down about 3.22%. TLT is getting up here. So bond yields are making a move right now, which is affecting a lot of stuff. I'm definitely buying more shares today, says St. Cali. There you go. Ortex on Amazon. Chibu, no. Why not buy IWM? Why? Why buy IWM? Dip buy. There you go. Still a gap at 38.70. Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely trying to get this extended warranty. So Rico is wrong now? I don't know. I don't know Rico's full DD in technicals on AMC. I have no idea. Apes never selling. Nope. We're not leaving either. That's the thing. Like, it's just backwards. It's like the only way that the apes leave is who is calling me? Ortex on Fintel. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Let's see. Waiting on 2K to settle to buy more shares. It clear Monday. Don't squeeze it. AMD 2022 product. All right, hold on. ISM manufacturing index lowest since January. US JOLTS job openings actual 10.562 million. Forecast was 11 million, so it missed. So that could be why everything's selling off. Ooh, TLT made a move to the downside. Let's see if we're going to start popping back up here a little bit. Amy's trying to bounce off the low here. Let's see. Let's see. Days to cover on Walmart. Stop. Stop. I honestly might play Walmart for earnings. And then once we start doing that, I'll start checking Walmart a little bit more. All right. So Amy is down about 2.94%. But remember what they do sometimes? They just flip the algo. So we're gonna have to wait and see. I think we could easily start to run into the rest of the day. Like it easily could just start running. Let's see. That's the government calling. Don't worry, they are here to help. Yeah. Got 10 more. There you go, Will. Let's see. Let's see. Apes want to understand how synthetic shares show on the books. How are hedgies held accountable for them? It's just open exposure. It's just they will have the exposure on the books, but here's the thing. The hedge funds don't know that they're naked shorting. This is something that I think a lot of people get confused on. They have no idea because the way that the system is set up, the CNS, the continuous net settlement system, they don't know that they're naked shorting because with CNS, the NSCC will guarantee that the trade is going to go through. So then they have a couple of days to figure it out, but you've already signed up to pay the borrow fee. Now, if the broker fails to deliver or cannot get the shares, then it becomes a naked short. So once that happens, it's like, okay, well, then they figured out they create FTDs and they continually kick the can down the road. But then after that, it's like, okay, well, the hedge fund still doesn't know that they have naked shorts. They have no idea. They can, if they're trying to manipulate it, they can synthetically short to try to get that synthetic short exposure. But no hedge fund is going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go out and naked short today. That's not how it works. It's the banks. It's always been the banks and it will always will be the banks. Yeah, hedge funds become one of the focuses of this because at the end of the day, they are the ones still asking for the loan of the share, but they're not the ones facilitating these moves. The people that are facilitating a lot of these transactions are the prime brokers. So the brokers are the ones that are letting this happen. Who is that? Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Citibank, all of these institutions right now. Yes, they do. That's why Citadel got fined. No, I think that was short reporting. They don't know. They don't. They're not going to be like, oh, the broker. I mean, there definitely are some cases, but typically, they'll just call the prime broker and be like, can you locate these shares for me? And they'll be like, yes. They will always say yes because they know that they think that they can get the shares by the time the settlement date comes around, and the NSCC will just guarantee the trade that it goes through. So it's basically like, this is the example. It's like going into a boxing match and then your opponent tests positive for steroids and people find out during the match, but they just let the match play out. Like the fight, they just let it play out. I'm like, yeah, whatever, we'll figure it out after. That's literally what the new the CNS and the continuous net settlement system is. We're oversold on every time frame. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely not the RSI that I want. I don't know why this is looking like this. I literally just want an RSI. Why is this being so silly? Is it this one? Nope. So strange. It's not giving me the one that I want. Interesting. All right. Arrest Kramer. My thesis is they are bringing it down in hopes the long-term capital gains apes take profits and leave soon. I don't know about that. When are you going to buy more AMC or GME? I want to buy more, just don't know when. I'll probably buy some more today, honestly. I'll probably get some more. I'll probably get a couple GME and some more AMC today. Oh, I'm like dripping all over myself now. Market's definitely making things hard today unless you got puts on the SPY. I mean, IWM is still green. Where's the SPY at? SPY is still green too. Puts on the SPY would not have really worked. I mean, it almost broke 480. We almost had that 480 breakout. So GME selling off very hard, down 2.92%. AMC at down 3.62%, 25.56. We're seeing small caps get hit. We're seeing TLT make moves. We're just seeing the market kind of freak out into the first week of the year. Might go lower. Be prepared for it. If it doesn't, great. If it does, so what? Still have to cover sooner or later, says Carl. There you go. What's the short interest for AVCT? No, Sam's been in this one for a while. 14.48%. Utilization very high, and the cost to borrow is also very high. QQQ getting hammered. Is it? Yeah, QQQ is really getting wrecked today. Down 0.42. Huh. Yeah, TLT is coming down a little bit. So watch if QQQ is going to get a little bit of a bounce. Let's see if Amy can get a bounce here too. Colton, thank you so much for the super. Is it bad that I enjoy every second of my hood puts? I might enjoy watching it plummet more than I like watching AMC rip. Oh, Colton. What is Hood doing? Ooh, ooh, hold on. Hold on. How are these Hood puts doing? Oh my God, mine are not having fun, but they always could have some more fun later. Colton, I hope your Hood puts really start to get going. Mine are probably dead. I'm up 800% on my QQQ puts. Gonna sell now and get some Amy Dennis. There you go. Let's see. Oh, GME just got a big candle to the downside, down 3.85% right now, off basically no news. Amy is trying to bounce off of the lows right now, down about 3.6. Honest question, how do we know the hedges aren't covering a little every day as to not affect the price? Because overall, they have so many shares that they have to cover, that buying pressure would be very, very similar to like a gamma squeeze if they were doing it that way. They would just slowly provide that buying pressure in a very similar way to how it would look with a gamma squeeze, where it's just that slow backdrop, like the water faucet example, where it's just slow, always having some buying volume. Like the volume today on AMC, 7 million right now. QQQ is getting hammered right now. AMC is trying to bounce back up. We have GameStop trying to bounce up too. Hood is getting not having fun. Thoughts on Cinemark continuing to go? Is Cinemark green today? From Firmnet, Citadel 2008 accepted short sale order without borrowing first and had to fail delivered position at registered. Accepted a short sale order. They accepted it. Interesting. Can you send me that, Lewis? I want to see that. Can you send me that actually? Accepted. I actually, yeah. Lewis, can you send me a link to that on Twitter? That would be very interesting. Okay, so here's the thing. Cinemark has been green over the past couple of days, but AMC has not. AMC is the largest movie theater chain, and AMC offers stuff that Cinemark does not. NFTs, new popcorn. So and new theaters popping up all over the place. So when you see these moves, it's like, oh yeah, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. AMC's down 4% when Cinemark's continually going up. And GME and AMC making very, very similar moves. It's like, something's going on here. IMAX is also green. Interesting. Let's see. India launches its first index to track the performance of Bitcoin. Interesting. All movie theaters have been green. IMAX as well as MCS. What's MCS? Marcus Corp. Wow, QQQ is getting hammered. Movie theaters. Interesting. Huh. I don't see any big news coming out that's driving the market today. And when we look at TLT right here, TLT is at a low. Like we should be seeing a little bit of bullish momentum out of a lot of these key indexes with TLT moving the way that it's moving. Ford is steadily ripping. Yeah, Ford has been doing good. Whoa. Ford is going nuts. Jeez, man. Cinemark is a horrible theater. Wish AMC would move closer to where I live. Yeah. This is ridiculous. Honestly, you're pack none. Obviously, it's ridiculous when we see like AMC continually drop like on these. But here's the thing. It's tied to these other stocks too. Cinemark and IMAX are not in this little like meme stock basket that they're trying to get down. AMC and GME are. Look, they're moving the same. Look at this. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, up. It's literally the exact same thing. Landon, thank you so much for the super. Oh my lord, Amy, you temptress, you have a Red Bull. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. No AMC in Rhode Island. Ah, there's a couple in Connecticut. Is STV blind or something? Shimu, what did I do? What did I do, Shimu? Let's see. What's a good level to buy GME 142, 144? I would say if you here's the thing about if you're holding a stock for the long term and if you're playing it on like the short squeeze, it doesn't really matter where you buy. Like it really doesn't matter. It would only really matter if you're like trying to swing trade it on like a really really short time frame. If you see the stock going higher than wherever it is right now over a certain like investment horizon, doesn't really matter where you buy it. What is MCRE? Check my messages. Oh, what do we got? Looks like a bearish continuation potential after the gap down on TLT. Yeah, but no. TLT would typically when TLT goes down, it inverses the SPY. Unless these bond moves, like higher yield is hitting tech. That might be what it is. All right, Amy trying to bounce up here, down 3.4. It's trying to get back into its range right now. GME's trying to move a little bit too. Let's get IWM up here instead. Also, for everybody new filtering in right now, if you guys don't mind just hitting that like button on the stream, it just helps out with the algorithm over here. Let's see, how's Lucid doing over here? Ford going absolutely nutty. When Chen, I don't know. I would love to see Chen. Just gave me an idea. Says Regal Chest. There you go. It's related from Darkpool Prince. Yeah, no, I know. I saw it. I just clicked the link. I saw it. But with potential gap down on what though? Are they talking about a TLT gap down or are they talking about market gap down? Like IWM right now selling hard again. Lucid coming down 1.95. We've got TLT still coming down half. Oh, little red candle here. See, here's the thing. Like when we see green candles on TLT, look what happens. Big red candle on the IWM and everything else. Like we typically see it inverse. RSI got down to 14. Why can't I get the normal RSI on here? I don't understand. Just give me a normal RSI. I don't want this. I don't want any of this fancy nonsense. Built-ins. This is so weird. Should I have can't say? No, I don't want. This is so weird. It won't give me a normal one. Sold 1K of my Ford shares, but still have 2.3K. Should have held them all, but needed to take profit. Yeah. 14 Rs. Let me pull it up on here really quickly. Hold on. Then I'll just take it off. What is it? 41 I'm seeing. I'm seeing RSI at 41. What time frame are you on? Let's see. Let's see here. All right, Amy's trying to bounce up a little bit here. TLT's coming up. Let's see. GME is trying to make a move. It's still down 3.47. AMC's down 3.5. Now, everybody was saying 14 RSI. Oh, yeah, RSI at 41. That's what I was seeing too. MACD about to cross on the 2-minute as well. All right, let's see if we start to rip back up. Every single time I drink this now, it just drips on me and it feels weird. Check it out, SCB. We hit the bottom of the prior shoulder on the inverse head and shoulders on the 1 hour. This one right here. Yep. Yeah, right here. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see if we're going to get a little bit of a bounce here. Please stop complaining. Nothing has changed with the DD. This is a squeeze play. Yep. Let's see. Oh my God. Everybody is, wow. I don't get it. Watch. Here's what we're going to see. We're going to see something very similar to what we see a lot. If we end up green today, I don't want to hear anybody being like, oh my God, it's good. I don't want to hear it because everybody's like so upset that it's like deep red. It's like, come on. everybody relax. You got to be like very even when it's big green, and you got to be like, all right, this is what we expect to see when it's big green. Because like when we think about it, it's like, okay, well, like we said before, we all got into this play knowing the potential for all of this manipulation going on. So then people are like, how are we going to win if they're manipulating it? It's like, well, that's why you're in the play, and that's why it has so much potential. But with high reward comes high risk. So we are bouncing up now. We are getting some candles. The volume is at 8.19 million. GME's coming up a little bit here. IWM is trying. TLT coming back down. Let's see what happens. Let's get back going today. Costs us nothing to hold. Exactly. New apes, relax. Yep. Good morning and good Lord. Where's my turnaround Tuesday? Hey, I mean, I don't think we really needed to have a turnaround. I mean, that's really a market thing. The SPY was up yesterday. AMC's coming back to life. Let's see what happens. GME coming back up to VWAP. Amy's got a long way to go. We're down 2.87 now. With a low of the day at 25.37. We're now at 25.75. GME's at 148.60. Let's see. Let's see. This is how you earn diamond hands. Yep. Yep. All right, let's see what's going on over here. Yeah, also for everybody in here, if you guys don't mind just hitting that like button on the stream. Let's see. Amy, ooh, TLT coming down. Come on, Amy, let's get back up here. Turn it around, Amy. Turn it around. You know what we need? Rockets and basketballs. The price is so low that big percentage swings don't matter anymore. Yeah, what, how, yeah, 75 cents. Let's see. Bought my 5 shares for the day. We'll be back tomorrow to do the same. Big baby Einstein. There you go. RSI now at 55. Yeah. Let's see. Fake out breakdown. Yeah. Do you see that people were stranded on the highway overnight in Virginia? I did not. Someone help me. Yeah, if you can't handle the heat of these hot stocks, stay out of the kitchen. All right, coming back up now. Coming back up. Is everybody feeling good? Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go, Amy. Bank of America trying to break out? Let me look. Fuck. All right, let's get this on the 4-hour. Hold on. Ooh, Bank of America, what is up? 3.7% today? Interesting. When did this cross? Jesus, this whole thing is nasty. All right, 44. What's it at now? 40. Jesus. I love when Keenan says that. Yeah, me too. On the daily chart, I'm looking at it on the 4-hour, and it is looking like it wants to go. Call option on the $2 move back up for anyone that wants to make money. Ryan coming back in with the 20. What are you going for now? The 28s? What are you going for now, Ryan? That's Keenan's catchphrase. Stop stealing. Juan, I literally read this right here. Ready? 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 Hold on. Let me go back. Let me go red. Someone help me from Keenan's channel. People these days can't win. All right. We're looking for that break up to 26. Come on. We're only down 2.23 now. Jimmy's trying to move back up too. Amy's trying to get a little bit of action here. Here we go. OBV. Let SCB the next receiver have him sent to his Twitter. Lewis, thank you. I appreciate that. Lewis, thank you. They have 26 and did research on 16. FINRA call. Hold on. Is it this one? Is it the first one that you sent me, Lewis? Is it the first one or the second one? Because we can go over that. Grandpa Barney, thank you so much for the super. Grandpa bought 20 to start. Who is next? There you go. Hey, Amy's coming back up now. Anybody that was buying this dip, that's typically what we see. AMC rewards the dip buyers usually. When we see those big red days, like this, that wasn't, I mean, it was decent, but like it wasn't even that, like it wasn't crazy. But AMC typically rewards the dip buyers. Let's see. Whatever happened to the Ortex short squeeze signal? It didn't end up playing out. I mean, I think it was 10 days. I think we're coming up to that 10-day. Let's see. When Walmart YouTuber? No. Or is it this one right here? Yeah. Can you, Lewis, is it the first one that you sent me? Let's see here. All right, coming to find a little bit of support right now at the 50. Let's see if everything can start bending to the upside, and I'm gonna try not to drip all over myself with the energy drink that I spilled. Oh, definitely dripped. Oh, we finished in the head and shoulders from last month. We hit the level on the left shoulder. Yes, we did. We did. When you look at it, what was it? The hourly? It hit it on the hourly chart, I believe. Yeah. So Amy is finding a little bit of support right now at this 50 MA. The IWM is coming back up a little bit here. TLT is still at the low. It's like 20 cents off of the low of the day. Let's see what happens around here. Ford was alerted on usual whales a few days ago. I jumped in and up 300%. There you go. Landon, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate it. Riddle me this, Vix man. What has towns without houses, forests without trees, mountains without boulders, and waterless seas? Chernobyl. I don't know. My answer is going to be Chernobyl. Can we get Keenan in here? I don't know. We could. I mean, we could try. Is it a map? Nah, it's Chernobyl, guys. Come on. It's Chernobyl. I just say run the ball. There you go. Can you check the candle after the 2531 candle prior to the inverse head and shoulders? What was the gain? 7%? Which one on the hourly broke to Stoke or what on the 1 hour? The 25, what date was that? 20 after the 2531 candle. Landon, thanks for the super. A map. Nah, I'm still going with Chernobyl. All right, let me look at this. Can you check the candle after the 2531 candle? You want the hourly? I think it was. You want this one? I think it's this one right here. This one was, this candle was 7%. Yes. Let's see. Had a good feeling about this morning. Guess it was something else. Down even more. Yeah, it happens. I mean, here's the thing. We're kind of completing that inverse head and shoulders. Let's see if we're going to start running up after this. Again, here's the thing. There's still a boatload of options in the money. Look, ready? Boom. 108,000 contracts in the money. This number right here is going to go above 500,000 tomorrow, most likely. What's the volume on the options chain today? Yeah. Look at this volume. This is nuts. There's only, wait, hold on. That's the wrong date. I keep seeing 22 and I'm like, yeah, that's wrong. Oh, there's already been 1,800 contracts traded at the 145. Interesting. People are YOLOing. All right. TLT's coming up a little bit here. IWM's coming down. It's dragging AMC and GME down a little bit with it. Let's see what happens at this move right here. Anyone want to see 7% in the next hour? Broke to Stoke. I would like to see that too. Disney ran to 160 today. Oh, I was looking at Disney. Yeah, what's the height of this candle? Yeah, 160.30 on the 4 hour. When did it cross? Oh, man. Right here is. Yeah, shoot. All right, I got to start looking at this stuff because these new indicators are literal cheat codes. Hood hits another all-time low. Did it? 1668 is the 52-week low. 7% which way? It was green. It was green when it did it. Bots in the chat, where they at? We got to ask them how long they are on AMC. Keith, I don't know about that. Let's see what Ortex is saying. Yeah, nothing. Literally, the securities lending market right now is very quiet, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. SB question above says Ludwig. Do you think AMC and GME could drop heavily like never before MOAS starts? Yeah, I think it's possible. Because here's the thing. They would short it on the way down. They would get to a price that they would be like, okay, we can cover at this price. And then they'd start to cover it and then it would go whoop, right up. That is one theory on how it could work. Why? All right. AMD announces a new product. Nothing happening over here. Amy's trying to get back up into its range, down 2.75. GME is down 3.97. IWM's popping back up a little bit here. Let's see what happens with Amy. Here we go. 9,800 buy order at 25.50 right now. Let's see. Let's see here. You see the new Pelosi tracker? Yes, it's insane. The new Pelosi ETF that Unusual Whales has, it's awesome. I love that. All right, Amy, come on. IWM getting a little bit of a bounce here. Let's come back up. IWM is flat right now on the day. So Amy's down 2.76, the largest component, I believe, still of IWM. AMD's coming back up. How's Apple doing with this move today? Is it still above 180? 180, Jesus. Apple went nuclear yesterday. Ah, let's see here. What broker should I go to if I'm trying to get out of Robinhood? If you want to get your orders directed to a lit exchange, Fidelity, E-Trade, Thinkorswim, those are some good ones. I think Schwab might do it too. I'm not entirely sure though. All right, IWM's getting a nice little bounce here off of the low of the day. Let's see what happens with Amy, and let's get Apple's popping back up. What's going on with TLT? SPY and Apple bouncing. Yep. Look at that SPY candle. I mean, we're getting a big one on IWM too. What's going on with the SPY can? Oh boy, look at the SPY over here. We can leave SPY back up. Watch for this 480 breakout if it wants to do it. TLT coming down a little bit here. If the SPY gets any more momentum here, we could see a little bit of a breakout in the overall market. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, the inverse head and shoulders is still in play. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get some Amy. Getting some Amy. There we go. Boom. Got some Amy. There we go. All right, Amy. Now it's time to go up. Why is the banking sector roaring? I don't know, because rate hikes would be typically bad for banks. Oh, hold on. I have to get a couple more. I want nice round numbers over here. There we go. Got some more. All right. Amy is at 25.60 right now because of interest rates this year. Yeah, but like interest rates going up like makes banks hold on. I mean, it sucks money out of the system, but do they make more money on it? They might. Just load it up, some 121, 33, and $35 calls on Amy and some charge point 2. There you go. Banks up due to treasury yields. Yeah, that might be it. Is it done for AMC? Why? Because the price is down? No. He took Amy around the same price I did today, 33 for 25.60. There you go. Yeah, I think I just got like 17. No, I got 9. I think I got 19 more. I think that's what I just did. Yeah. So much for AMC bouncing back. Parcap, why are you always so bearish in here? Because, like, I don't get it. Like, we could easily, the market's selling off right now. So AMC and GME are going to sell off. A lot of weird stuff is moving around today. Banks make more profits when rates are hiked. Yeah, that does make more sense. SB, the first link, go to the facts and violative conduct number 2. Thank you, Lewis. Let's see. Other matters. Wait, hold on. Between December 26, 2008 and February 2nd, 2009, 49 instances involved 2 equity securities as reflected in Exhibit B. The firm accepted a short sale order from another person or effected a short sale order for its own account without first borrowing the security or entering into a bona fide arrangement to borrow the security, and had a failed to deliver position at the registered clearing agency in such security that had not been closed out in accordance with the requirements. This is 100% Citadel, right? Yep. Ho, ho, ho. I like that one. Thank you for sending me that, Lewis. I like that. Are people really buying? I just bought just now. Volume is dry. Can't wait for things to pick up again. Yeah, spring effect will shoot us up soon. Yeah, it could. We just made a new low at 25.35. Spy's coming down. I bet IWM's getting murdered. And not really. GME coming down. The low of the day at 146.07. Oh, shoot. I wanted more GME too. Kind of YOLO'd it on Amy. Let's see. When it hits 25, I'm buying so many. There you go, J-Dub. I'm buying, says Generation 8. There you go, my man. Subi Sickness says he bought the dip. There we go. Was that Citadel short sale violation from 2008? Yes, it was. I like that one. The solution is simple. Shares that have not been located should not be traded or shorted. Yes, but they're allowed to be under the continuous net settlement system. It's ridiculous. Got 750 coming in for fantasy football championship. More attendees. Thanks, Jamar. There you go, Chris. Bought 5 and have another order for 29 shares. There you go, Ryan. Loading 1K to buy at 25, says STV's neighbor. There you go. 30K incoming tomorrow, says Jack Kid. There you go. Hope it doesn't go before I get my tax return. Let's see. Where are we at? 25.39. Just kind of hanging out. STV, my brother, if this thing hits 24.23, I got 3K waiting. Whoo! There you go. That is sweet. That is sweet. All righty. Let's see what we got over here. The Wyckoff and Fibonacci both said we most likely dip to 25, then pop. Interesting. I mean, that's fine. If we're gonna see that, then there we go. Don't just don't say it. Don't just say it. Do it, says EM. There you go. Friend is selling his boat and putting it all into AMC. There you go. I'll wait for a lower price somewhere around 23. I'm holding it up. Just trying to get better. Numbers sitting with a cost average at 50. Yeah, it's fair. Is your name Ben? No, it's Jack. Gonna wait for 20, says Andy. I don't know if you're gonna see that, Andy. 24.80, then rip up. Interesting. I lost fantasy football championship on the last play. Ooh, that's rough. That's rough. All right, what do we got here? GM Q4 US deliveries, 440,000 minus 42%. Uh-oh. Oh, GM. It's not great. The people saying, why are we buying, are the people that are going to say, I wish I bought more at 25. Yeah, exactly. Thanks for the reminder. Bought more GME calls at 160 for 128. Mikey, there you go. Good luck with those. Jeez, Grandpa Barney, thank you, man. You don't have to send all these generous super chats if you don't need to, man. Thank you so much. Hey, in Jack's chat, I know it's America free, so each. But if you can't be positive for the family, then take it outside and go for a walk. Then come back with a better attitude for the family. Quit fear mongering, says Grandpa Barney. Grandpa Barney, thank you. What did you just say about GM? I got a notice that came in that said GM Q4 deliveries 440,745 minus 42% year over year. These are the times that test us. Exactly, Mark. Hit that like, says Silver Bolt. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, for everybody in here, just hitting that like button on the stream. It just helps out with the YouTube algorithm. So thank you guys for those of you who have done that and who are going to. It really helps out a whole lot. GME coming down, making new lows, 145.80. AMC making new lows at 25.25. Could have waited a little bit more to purchase those shares. But again, at the same time, it really wouldn't have made a whole lot of a difference. Hold on, we got another notice. US stocks extend fall, Nasdaq down 1%. Yeah, Nasdaq's getting hit. Check out IBM. GM dealer inventory, including in-transit units on the way to dealers, was 199,000 units at the. Yeah, I don't think anybody cares about that. What did you want me to take a look at? IBM. Boom. Ooh, IBM is going. There are some winners today, people. There are some real winners. What's going on with Hold on. Let's check out IWM over here on this thing that we got. International Business Machine. When did it? Oh my God. This thing is literally a cheat code. 121. Tesla selling off too. Yeah, Tesla's getting hit. Amy at 25.24, down about 4.8% right now. We did check Ford a little bit earlier. Ford is ripping today. 23.63. Like if you're holding like contracts on Ford, you're crushing it. Let's see. Last 6 months down 100%. What are you talking about? This has become a gigantic battle. Ape Army versus the Suits. Yeah. I would say no, Dan. It came down to about the same level that the other low of the other shoulder was. So I wouldn't say, oh, now maybe. But it can always just bounce right back up. I don't see any green candles, no buying pressure. Come on, Amy. Yeah, look at all of these red candles. That's like no buyers. What are we doing here, people? Come on. Amy's going to sell off like this for no reason. People aren't going to buy. Why not? Ford $20 calls killing it. There you go. Interest rate hike. Come in 2 months. Odds of a March rate hike by the Federal Reserve above 50%. Coming in March. So we have markets and the economy braces the Federal Reserve. First rate hike could come in 2 months. Odds of a March rate hike by the Federal Reserve are back above 50%. U.S. yields advance as mounting pandemic cases are likely to slow 2022 rate hikes. What? That's all. That's literally contradictory to what was exactly just being said. Let's see. Scott Shields, thank you for the super. What is this new indicator using? Listening to the show and can only hear it, can't see it only on screen. So it's not on here. I'm using I'm using a 13 EMA, a 48 EMA, and then I have a 30-day moving average. So essentially what it's looking at, and a MACD. So it's just a confirmation of a move. If the price comes down, so here's the thing. If the price starts to go up on a confirmation when the 13 crosses the 48, that's a signal for calls. Like the 13 crosses above the 48. And then if it comes down and touches the 48 or the 13 again, then take some profit. But then what I would do is I would have I would leave a bunch of contracts to test the 30-day moving average. So that's kind of what the new strategy is going to be. It gets you in earlier and keeps you in longer is essentially what it is. All right, AMC bouncing to 25.25 right now. IWM getting a little bit of a candle, but down 19 cents right now. Let's see. The review dork special I see with a twist of VIX. Yep, I like it. He called me yesterday and was like, dude, I figured out something. And I was like, okay. So then I was looking through a lot of the stuff and literally every single chart that you guys asked me to pull up, I look at it on this and I'm like, oh, every single time it crosses, it's like, oh gee, and then it just goes. I've seen a couple. It also works on a 5-minute chart too for day trading. Very interesting. Yeah, so he likes the 30 EMA, the exponential moving average, and I just like the normal basic moving average on the because I'm gonna play it a little bit more risky, so I can keep the contracts for a little bit longer and swing for some big gains because I'm just trading with less money than he is. If you want the EMA, it cushions you a little bit more. It takes you out quicker. But if it doesn't come down to the 30 and it respects it, the moving average, then it comes back up, then it starts to look solid because you can have that test of the 30 and it bounces right back up. Here's a good one. This is a really good one to look at. I'll pull it up on the screen for everybody. Counselor, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate it, man. The first law of the 48 Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene is to master your emotional self. Don't let them take your power. Stay calm. This war will go down in history 100%. That you can only let them. It's. I've heard a couple of things like this. It's like you can't get like frustrated or anxious unless you actively let it affect you. Like with this happening right now, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like I genuinely just do not. It's like, okay, cool. Like I bought more shares. I did my part. Like I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. But this is on the 4-hour, right? So here's what we're looking at on this, which makes it interesting. If anybody knows, I've been using TradingView for like 2 weeks. So if anybody knows how to get these freaking yellow things off, I'd love to know because this is nonsense. But we see it cross right here. The 13 crosses over the 48. So you can get in around here between in the low thousands. So it runs up and then it comes down and you would have gotten out, let's say around 1081. You would have made a decent amount of money. So take a little bit of profit here. But here's the thing, it just kisses the 30. So you might be down on the contracts that you leave, but then it just rips off of it. So this is a really good example. It just comes down, kisses the 30, and then rips. So that's an example of one of them. I'm just going to start hunting for them. You have to be a robot not to care. I am a robot. That's exactly what I am. That's how you have to be in the stock market. If you don't act like that in the stock market and understand that there's literally nothing that you can do to force your will on price action unless you have millions of dollars, then you're I don't want to there's a hard way to explain this. I don't want to come across as like an a-hole. I don't want to say it's like it's like the market's going to do what it's going to do. It's like, yep, we're riding the roller coaster right now. Patiently waiting for this buy entry on the 5-minute. Somebody pop. Oh, hold on. We got something here. This could be interesting. Is it looking across right here? Ooh. Yep. All righty. All right, let's see. I'm a glass blower. Wedge it, burned if we don't. We get burned if sorry, wedge it. We get burned if we don't stay cool, calm, and collected. This is a cakewalk. Yeah. SV talked with Astro and asked him to code an alert. I think he knows more how to do that. An alert for a screener. That could be really interesting because I was trying to look for one yesterday where it was because I need a MACD crossover, the crossover of this, and then the other stuff too. But I was looking for it and I don't know how to do that type of stuff. So Citibank should give us free money to buy stocks. I mean, yeah, that would be sick. Yeah. Let's see. Why would Citibank give us free money to buy stocks? All right, Amy's popping up a little bit here. We're at 25.42. Let's see if we can get back into this range and kind of just say screw this to the move that we've seen today. I mean, again, earlier in the day, we were talking about that like little descending wedge on the 5-minute over the last 5 days. We just need to see it break out of it. IWM coming back. Ford is looking super strong. Yeah, you guys are talking about that buy order at 25 on Amy. That could be an institution waiting to pop in. How big is the buy order? Grandpa Barney, thank you so much for another super. It's okay, Jack. My brother Jack is an a-hole. Go for it. Sometimes people need to be lifted up with a hammer. Grandpa Barney, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I don't know. I feel like now is not the time, especially with the price action that we're seeing, to make the statements. I think Hood may crash during AMC squeeze because a lot of people hold positions on Robinhood, other stocks, and crypto. What happens to your money? They would only tank if they went PCO again. If they did position close only, everybody would short the nuts out of Robinhood. Ford is getting up there too. Yeah. That you should only get calls in the money with the strategy. Why not out of the money? Well, that's what he's doing. That's playing it safe. He's going to play it safer because he has more money to throw at it. I'm not going to be buying in the money or at the money contracts. I'll probably go 10 to 15% out of the money contracts with the strategy. That's probably what I'll do. Morning STV in chat. What's up, Joe? How you doing? Or John, sorry, I can't read. Let's see. The dip had to be dramatic before we rip. It should be expected. Look before it went to 70. Yep. Ooh, basketballs. I like that. I like that. I like that people are throwing in the AMD. No. What did you do to my girl? No. It's fine. I still my average is like 12. Let's see. Bought 30 shares more on AMC Giuliano. There you go, my man. You're awesome, SCV. Thank you for sharing your time and thoughts. Dan, thank you for coming in. I appreciate that, man. IWM bouncing up a little bit here. What do we want to see? Grandpa Barney, Jack, we both know the price right now doesn't matter. You just get more right now. That's it. There you go, Grandpa Barney. Grandpa Barney's got the right idea. My people, this is the time, if you can, to lower your average. There you go. I think my average lowered a little bit. Yep. Look at the volume so low. We've been waiting a long time for volume this low. What's the volume right now? 12 billion. I mean, it's getting up there. What is it? It's almost 1050. I mean, we might see a little bit more volume today. Like we could crack. What was the volume yesterday? Like 30 million, I think. Rally's on a tear. Rally. Oops, that's wrong. Those are the warrants. 7%. Those are. Whoa, there it goes. Beat EU patent. Hold on. This could be a biotech. This one could go. M Kriegs. You in here? What's this one? You got this one. Heartbeam. Interesting. GME buy volume. It's not real. GME's volume today, 654K. AMC's is 12.55 mil. Let's see. I bought more. If it goes lower, I will buy more again. Long Jericho. There you go. Trade spotting said yesterday AMC will come down to test 25 before making a move up to new highs. Fine with me. Sorry, setting up my Apple Watch. Yeah, this thing beat right here. Just got EU approval for something. I just don't know. I don't know if you know about this one, but they just got approval for something, and they just are popping. 750 likes and 1,400 in here. Hit that like, please, says Silver Bull. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, if you guys don't mind just hitting that like button on the stream, it just helps out with the algorithm a little bit. So thank you guys so much for showing that support on the channel recently. It really helps out a whole lot. Oh, shoot. Is he? What is this on? All right, let's see. I can't wait for the day that these hedgies get margin called. Yeah, I mean, margin calls go out a lot. It's just like the liquidation margin call that you're looking for that they can't meet. Like margin calls happen every single day. Like the longs are probably getting margin called on AMC, and the longs are getting margin called on a lot of things. On Beat right now, they're probably getting a call being like, "Hey, you're kind of screwed now," and it just keeps going. Like, let's see. Who's Elizabeth Holmes? She committed investor fraud. Yeah, Theranos, or whatever it was called. I don't know too much about the situation, but like there's like some links between like her and like the WeWork guy. I think it's funny. Liquidation margin call. Yeah, forget to specify. Yeah, margin call. Like when we say like margin calls are coming, one, if we start to rip and we talk about the danger zone right now, I mean, we're gonna have to look at the average days on loan and what happens after these moves this week, but it could be lower. Like they're just lowering it going into what do you call it? Going into January. Honestly, tinfoil hat here. If BlackRock was like really smart and was fine with taking a little bit of money in a separate account, they would just short the nuts out of AMC, lower the average days on loan for everybody, cover it, jack the price up, and then just I don't think they would do it because that would be very manipulative, but that would be kind of funny. Any predictions on how they bring this down before it rips again? I mean, there's just a lot of selling volume right now. Like selling, shorting, like there's a lot of, ooh, this thing's going now. Heartbeat's going big right now, M Kriegs. We caught it like right here. So you would have made like a couple percent. I don't think there's a chain. Isaac just purchased 2,000 more of AMC, lowering my average. At a boy. There you go. BBW, a short squeeze play. I don't know. Build-A-Bear. Does Build-A-Bear have a lot of short interest on it? No. No, it's not. Oh, Amy getting a little bit of a pop here. I mean, we want to see it. Want to see it above 30. Want to see it get back to 30. How's Prague and BBIG doing today? They're probably getting beaten. Yeah, Prague's not having fun. IWM coming down. Amy coming up a little bit here, though. Not bad. BlackRock is no friend. They are when they're buying. Get some strawberry liquid IV. Not really a fan. It's just a bad flavor. Yeah, strawberry bad. You want passion fruit or lemon lime? Those are the good ones. And what you have to do with your liquid IV in order to get the perfect liquid IV to water ratio is you get a gallon, you pour a little bit of it out so you can shake it, and then you put 2 sticks of liquid IV in there. Perfect. Vix, what is your definition of a pop? Because mine is like $10. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Parcat. Like, I mean, it's moving up a little bit here. Just bought 100 contracts for the February 18th, $85 Amy calls. If we hit all-time highs, this guy is going to be a millionaire. Plus, in the 1K share club, says Kevin, at a boy, I bring the boom boom. Here we go into the green, says Jorge. There you go. Prague Docu, SNDL, BBG, Amy. I believe they all hit their dips and are now bouncing. Ryan, I'd love to see it. What we're going to need to see on Amy, remember what we talk about every day with the trend. Come up, test near the 50, come down, new low. Come up, test the 50, new low. Now we're seeing it test the 50 again. Right now, if we do not want to see new lows, we need a lot of buying volume to come back in to break this and start the trend going in the other direction. If we hover around it for a little bit, that's going to be all right. But what we're really going to need to see is it really break through. If it touches it and comes down, we might be in for new lows. Let's see. I missed the last Ortex. Can someone please tell me how many shares were on loan? For AMC, it's like 86 million, I think. I think it's 86 million. Yep. So rejected off of the 50. Watch out for new lows. 25.19 is the low, and it's coming down. So watch the low at 25. A lot of people are looking at that 25 and calling for it, but yep, new lows right now. It is coming down. IWM selling off hard too. Let's see. So watch it around 25 and really see if it's going to, I mean, what Trade Spotting was calling 25. I think Rico is saying something about 25 too. So let's see what happens. It can get you connected to a cardiologist with a monitor can diagnose a heart attack with anyone. What was it? Beat? I think it was what it was. Beat is what we were looking at. Heartbeam. Yeah, it's coming back down now. That would have been a quick options flip, but I don't think there's any options on that thing. Let me see. Once MACD crosses, you see the range 2 to 4. Yeah. Spy tanking. Yeah, Spy is coming down hard. Everything's kind of coming down hard with these bond moves today. What's TLT doing? It's bouncing a little bit, but nothing too wild. All right, it's bouncing off 25.08, but nothing too wild. NASDAQ just falling. Yep. Negative beta. My thought was that institutions against AMC are also for AMC and are slowly trying to get out and profit on their own short squeeze. That would be interesting. Because they could. This sucks, but you can't say it no matter if you're 50K deep in like I am. Hey, I get it, man. But at the end of the day, like, what's changed except for the price on the screen? Can we check FFIE Ortex data? Yeah. Yes, we can. Alrighty, here we go. FFIE short interest is 16.05%. High cost to borrow, 100% utilization. So that thing is looking. How is FFIE doing today? Down. Okay, that could be an interesting one to get back into on a potential continuation of the pop. Wyckoff is BS. Nah, I think the theory is actually really, really strong with the overall market. That there's like one or a couple algorithms that really work together and move markets in a way. Because here's the thing. If Jim Simons is able to use math in order to crack short-term market moves, he's basically just cracked whatever that market algorithm is. He just figured out what it is. So you can't have 66% yearly average returns for 30 years without there being some pattern to things. I think the Wyckoff theory is very, very strong on just overall market moves. Interesting. Dark pool VXX prints calls, or are they buying it? These pixels are getting me excited. Isn't Wyckoff based on beta testing? I'd have to learn more about it, but the whole theory is like that there's a couple of algorithms that like move markets in a certain way according to certain patterns out in the market. Beat. You want beat again? Is it coming back up or is it coming back down? It's coming down. Let's see. IWM is getting hit. Everything is tanking. It's just one of those days. Yep. Tilray is being pushed down 5%. What's up with NRBO? What's NRBO? What's this thing? It's weakness. I mean, the pre-market high or the high in the after hours, I think was 254. It's at 143. Like this thing is coming down hard from the highs. All right, Amy's at 2507 right now. St. Cali, AMC, do it today low. Woohoo! In June, I was hyped all month every time the price hit 60, but alas, it didn't MOAS, but I still hodled. There you go. Wyckoff was one of the big market people historically, like Dow and Merrill. Yeah. It's a good theory. Short thesis I mentioned yesterday on your stream in full effect. No one wants to hear the sad truth, I guess. Jesse, the short thesis is irrelevant. It doesn't matter that they are going to short it based on their incorrect thesis. Their thesis is incorrect. So the fact that they're going to short it based on their own thesis, yeah, they're still going to short it regardless. Like that's what their thesis is. Oh, 2501. Oh, it just flashed below 24. Where'd that buy order at 25 go, huh? Where was that? Where's the buy order at 25? Huh? Where was that thing? Everybody was calling out big buy order at 25, big buy order at 25. Then what happened? I mean, I guess that didn't help us out a whole lot. Where did that buy order go? All right, let's see. Robinhood launches personalized recommendations for new users. Treasury to auction 50 billion in 4-week bills. Interesting. Fake wall? Might have been. I mean, IWM is getting murdered right now. Mark, why do you keep saying it's going to the teens? Well, like, why do you keep saying that? And then here's the thing, Mark, you're going to get upset then when it goes to the teens and not get excited about being able to buy it down there. To the dark pool, lol. IMAX and Cinemark are green. Yep, that makes a whole lot of sense, doesn't it? It's all fake. I just buy and hold. There you go. If hedges can keep bringing AMC down like this day after day after day, what makes anyone think they can keep doing it? They're obviously doing something right. I mean, it's not working out a whole lot for like. My understanding is that Wyckoff can be used in economics. The equation used is beta testing to take into account external factors in buyer and seller sentiment. Interesting. Kashkari says he expects 2 rate increases in 2022. I was thinking 3. All right, Amy just popped up back above 25. Is at 25.07. It's flickering around right now. That was a big sell candle. 510,000 shares in volume on this candle right here. That was pretty big. Yeah, I bought more today. VIX, we're in the low 20s. It's def working. Yeah, but we started last January sub 2. So they're still kind of screwed. Korean Yoon bought at 25. There you go. Let me clarify. Short thesis may be wrong. However, it's working. Doesn't make the thesis right. Yeah, it doesn't make the thesis right. But if they're operating based on the premise that all of them think it's overvalued, then they're all going to short it, which is fine. They're just lowering the danger zone. It's perfectly fine with me. You want to short it, jack up the short interest utilization, everything? Fine, do it. Tesla puts printing. First trade of the year, a success. Congratulations, Josh. 2 Gs ready to go and it hits 20. There you go. Yeah. Remember what happened the last time it hit 20? We ended up going to 32. Let's see. Tendies. What are you saying? Too bad the shortage just literally gets corrected back down every time it goes up. Parcap. How many shares you own? You're pretty long on AMC, right? Parcap. You're pretty bullish on AMC, right? I mean, I wouldn't understand why you wouldn't be. Like, why aren't you bullish on AMC? Like, what are you coming in here saying, like, being all negative Nancy about? Did you see the video of the guy that said he cracked the algo? No, I did not. Can somebody send that to me? I haven't seen it. Buying AMC puts, use the profits to buy more shares. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but you are also allowing a lot of the market makers to just short to hedge those puts. How many puts are running in the money right now? It's a little. Whoa. Oh, that's why. Because it dropped a little bit. Yeah, so there's a lot of puts in the money right now for January. So it's pretty even. So honestly, it's pretty even in terms of what they would hedge. There's like a net 20,000 share thing. So it would be a net buy of 20,000 shares if they're hedging all of them. But remember, it's going to be more weighted to this call side because these puts are just barely running in the money, and these calls, a lot of them are deep in the money. Hi, Pam. How you doing? Pushing. What's up, man? How you doing? Unfortunately, I'm not a bot, and the money I've lost is real. You haven't realized it yet, though. Let's see. Puts are killing it right now on like a lot of things. Yeah. Just bought 200 more shares, AMC at 25. Now I have 1,554 shares total. There you go. I'm just pointing out the obvious fact that the short interest is at the same levels where the price keeps dropping. Yeah. But it significantly increased according to the exchange reported short interest the last time we saw it. So, and from what is it, 16? It went from 16 to 18, almost 19. On this next one, we it might drop a little bit, but on the next one, it should come up a significant amount. Love listening to your stream at work. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Chris. How you doing? All right, let's see here. Let's see. All righty. Evergrande Thanos snap incoming? Nah, I don't think so. Short interest is a glitch. Well, when everything is running 10 to 15%, you got to buy puts. When everything is down 10%, you buy calls. There you go. I mean, what are we down now? 6% right now? Low at 24.85. Level 2 doesn't lie unless you have a massive buy order at 25, and then it doesn't help us when we get to 25. Until then, yeah, then it does matter. Then it doesn't matter. If you don't sell, you technically have not lost money. True. AMC is my long-term play. Day week charts. Stop staring at the 1 minute and chill. SD 100%. Evergrande ordered to tear down another 39 buildings. Jesus. I buy shares every week and make options plays for extra money to throw on the stock when I can. You have to learn to do what you can to make money, says Ryan. 100%, man. You really think Evergrande isn't going to affect the market? No, it's priced in. It's already made its effect. Why do you think Evergrande would affect the market? How long has the Evergrande situation been talked about for? Since August. Since August, it's been talked about. They miss payments after payment after payment after payment, and then nothing happens. So if it was going to have an effect, I think we would have seen it already. Why is AMC selling off today? Any idea? It's just doing what AMC does. Like there's no bad news, nothing bad coming out. Overall market's freaking out a little bit on this bond move. So that's just kind of what we're seeing. Remember Portnoy? Yeah. What tickers are up? I mean, Ford was having a really good day. Let's check back in on Ford. Is up 9%. How's Lucid doing? Lucid was taking a little bit of a beating, down 4% now. Amy's at 24.91. IWM down 0.5%. GME down 6% today. Whew. AMC earnings in March. Yeah. Let the market crash. AMC, I've already crashed. Just need to get it to explode after everything crashes. That's fair. The whole market is red. Open your eyes. Yep. Leverage bonds and such, they've been using as collateral. Yeah, if you're long, you're getting margin called today. That's kind of what's going on here. Like if you're long, you're going to get hit with some margin calls. Let's see here. How would destroying the buildings help anything? It wouldn't. Earnings doesn't affect AMC squeeze. We need it to go 1,000% at AMC. No, no, no. It will if it's like really blowout good earnings. Besides Evergrande stockholders cannot use Evergrande nobody's accepting Evergrande as collateral. Let's see. Prague starting to do something. Big candles. Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what we're seeing on AMC. Like, we're seeing the test the 50, come down, test the 50, come down, make a new low. We needed to test the 50 and just break right through. That's what we need to see. Oh, ho, my name isn't Justin Frozen Peas and Meat Juice. What's going on, man? We got the Duck Gang coming in here. How's everybody doing? It's a tough day in the overall market. There is a lot of money to be made, though, if you've gotten yourself on the right direction on some of these stocks that are ripping and some of the stocks that are absolutely tanking. So hopefully you guys are able to make a little bit of money to be able to buy the dip on AMC today. We're at 2506 right now. Let's see. IMAX and Cinemark are green, for example. Yeah. Looks like the large caps are green. Yeah, some of them are. We buy more, they short more. It happens. Just chillax, apes. We know we will win in the end. Yep. Just bought 75 more AME shares, says M. Kriegs, LFG. There you go, M. Kriegs. 2371 is where we might go. Yeah, we could, but at the same time, like, what's going on now? It's trying. She's trying to get back up. I mean, we're also seeing IWM start to move back up. Like, this is following the market today. And GME and AMC are doing the exact same thing. GME was doing these VWAP tests, but now it's coming up to its 50. So let's see what happens around the 50. It's down 5.4%. Amy's down 5.5%. Let's see. Prague didn't get hit so far and is flat. Yeah, it is. Honestly, a decent sign. Everything is not red. Worst excuse to be down ever. Ham, the IWM is down 0.5%. SPY is, what is it? Down 0.2%. QQQ is down 1.85%. That is going to weigh on the market in a very, very big way. Every single day when we see big market red days, obviously there's going to be stocks that are going to rip, but overall, most things are getting hit today. You can't come in and scream like, oh, I mean, like, yes, they are shorting it, but this isn't like everything is ripping green and AMC is getting hammered. Yeah, it's weird that Cinemark and whatchamacallit, IMAX are green today. Should that be happening? Absolutely not. And that's weird. And that's definitely something that should not be happening. But Amy has a pattern of following like what GME does, what IWM does. The QQQ is down, the SPY is down, the key indexes are down. Negative beta is not coming to save anybody. Nobody really uses a 1-year beta anyway, and on the 5-year it's positive, and on the 1-year, whatchamacallit, if you remove like some of the big days when AMC ripped and the SPY was green, or the AMC ripped and the SPY was like decently red, the 1-year beta is actually positive. So there's outliers being accounted into this. Let's see. James, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate it, man. Apes in the chat, you must stay zen. STV, love the stream. Keep up the good work. James, I really appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, AMC Q40s in March doesn't make any sense. It could be earlier than that. Let's see here. Also, for everybody new that's filtering into the stream, if you guys don't mind just hitting that like button on the video, it just helps out with the algorithm. So thank you guys for hanging with me today. Let's just see what's going to go on with Amy throughout the day. Would be great if you can take a look at the past squeezes and see what we can learn from them. I'd be interested in your POV. I mean, yeah, we typically see like big dips before it starts to go out and the volume gets sucked out as well. But other than that, like these are going to be two very, very different situations because we've never seen like retail and institutions and a lot of things really come together when looking at these types of price movements in the past. So Amy's chilling right at around 25 right now. GME's trying to come up and test its 50. Let's see. Got my cigar, whiskey, and the song Goodbye Stranger waiting on Moas. There you go. Justin, frozen peas and meat juice. Man, today is my last day to go for sushi. Canadian restaurants are closing down for dine-in, and I eat all you can eat. Justin, that stinks, man. Apple's up 1%. Yeah, Apple's been very, very strong recently when the market starts to sell off. So here's, honestly, you guys want a little bit of a play? Here's the thing. What's Apple doing right now? No. Apple just got hammered. It's down 1%. So something just happened here with Apple. But when we look at the SPY and we look at Apple, SPY's not down all that much. So here's typically what I do when I see red days like this. I'll buy some Apple weeklies and I'll buy some sort of deeper out of the money SPY puts to hedge. So basically, what it does, if Apple rips the next day, has another solid day, well, those contracts will inflate a lot. But if the overall market starts to tank and the SPY comes down, well, those puts on the SPY will make the money back that I put into the Apple contracts, and you come out even or with a little bit of profit. We haven't seen any of those trades work out in the way that SPY tanks. Usually, it's an Apple rip type of deal. But okay, so GME is now finding some resistance at its 50. Let's see if it can break above. Amy's at 24.95. Let's see what happens here. Quack, quack, quack. What's up, Duck Gang? How are we doing? How do I short Canada? You have to get them to loan Canada to you and then you sell it. I believe they're trying to come up with liquidity. Yeah, they could. All right, hold on. What are we getting in terms of news? OPEC, so oil, RKT on what's going on with Rocket? They getting a move here. Rocket ripping for kind of no reason. All right, so GME is looking to cross over its 50. SPY is kind of hanging down near the lows. Amy is now coming down after it tried to attempt to come up to its 50. Let's see. Vix, yesterday everything was green. Doesn't apply then? No, it doesn't. Amy's going to do its own thing. Ham, you can't just say like, oh, this one thing happens in the market and then it's always going to apply that way. If that were true, you'd become a millionaire in 2 months. 'Cause you'd just be like, oh, the market does this, but calls on this, boom, 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 rinse and repeat. It's always going to be a different situation every single day. Plus, we've seen Amy just kind of tracking on that same algo that we've seen it do in the past, where it like dips, rips, and then sells off throughout the rest of the day. We kind of skipped the dip rip part of it today. But let's see if we can start rallying up towards the end of the day. I mean, we're at 24.85 right now, down 6.3%. GME is down 5.38%. The SPY is down 0.2. Like, we're seeing a lot of things get hit today. There are going to be winners and losers, but like, what is your alternative? Like, what are you going to personally do about it? And what do you want me to do about it? That's the thing. Like, what do you want me to do about it? That's the thing. It's like, we can complain all we want about the price action of AMC, but what do you want me to do about it? Like, like seriously, what do you want me to do? Like I'm just positive. I think it's going to be fine overall. We've seen these dips so many times. The danger zone's steady dropping. Yep. The danger zone is coming down. In the far future, when the invent light speed spaceships, I bet we're what, Shimu? I want you to buy more. I did this morning. Stop saying it's anything but manipulation. You have to prove it though. You have to be like, this is what they're doing to manipulate it. We know it happens, but when you look at IWM and GME, it's kind of the same exact move. Like, they're all getting the same exact move. Just buy 1,000,000 shares. All right, Tom. I just want STV to hold me. Tell me everything is going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay, Vegas. I want you to fix it, Vix. I can't. Vix, I need it to be your birthday today. Honestly, that is what we need. We need it to be my birthday or my YouTube birthday again. Let's see here. They're trying to break up AMC, but we're going to turn it on them and spread the word Billy Graham style. Yeah, down 1,800, not selling until the short's covered. Can we get an Ortex check on Walmart? No. Fix it. Yeah, like, let's see. Ham, that's the thing though. Like, we can say it's manipulated, but what do you want to do about it? Like, what? Like, that's the thing. Like, we are doing everything that we can. Like, we can't counteract their manipulation. Like, in a certain sense, like, yeah, we can buy and hold, but like, if this is going to be the way the day is going to go, then that's the way the day is going to go. There's no point in getting too worked up about it because we know what happens with AMC. We know it sells off and then it bounces right back up. And we've been kind of trapped in some of these ranges here. Let's see. I think it's paper hands. Could be. Or don't pay tax. Damn, thanks. You're pretty smart. You must have went to school for finance. No, I mean, I do, but that doesn't make me smart. All right. Amy's trying to test its 50 again. GME just bounced above its. We're seeing the SPY come back up a little bit here. Let's see if we can turn this around a little bit. Need to spread the word like we did to get Trey's head shaved. Yeah. Astro has been doing good work in doing something about it. Yeah, so if you can see that's the other well, if you can see what they're gonna do with the price, you still can't I don't think you can counteract it. You can just see where it's gonna go. AMC has a gap at 38.50 from 11.26, which should be hopeful for that. I like that. I want my Lambo. Fix it, fix. Do you think the January 21st in the money call will create a small gamma squeeze or simply create another 10 million shares of FTDs? No, I think it could create a big one. If it gets going with any sort of momentum, it's going to be a decent size run. Because at the end of the day, we only need now it's like 2 solid green days to really get it going. And that is not out of the question. SPY heavily weighted with tech, which is getting hit hard. Yeah, and then NASDAQ, the QQQ is heavy tech, which is getting hit very, very hard. Let's see here. I like that. All right, how's Pfizer doing today with everything going on? Let's check in on Pfizer. Oh, hammered. Good thing I got out of those. I thought the new year was gonna change the momentum up. It could. I mean, we just need the buyers to step back in the buying volume. Like we're seeing 17.52 million in volume today, which is a little bit higher than what we've seen. But we're going to need to see a lot more buyers step in. We need to see some sort of news come out with AMC that is gonna entice institutions to buy. We're gonna need to see AMC at certain prices where the institutions are like, yeah, we buy here. It's gonna lower our average. We can set it up going into this big January spot. I blame Chan. Everybody who is complaining and wants to do something about it, you can buy more and hold, not financial advice, but that could help, says XYZ. Yeah, it's true. Like the only thing that we can do is that if you want to and you see this as an attractive price to buy, then you buy and hold. All pharmaceutical plays are running today, some up 70%. Yeah, there you go. I'm looking for you to tell people to stop buying calls. Why? Marshall, here's the thing. If everybody bought slightly in the money calls, we'd go like that. So no, you're kind of wrong. If you buy weeklies every single week, then yes. If you buy the furthest out of the money strike as a weekly, it's stupid. Like it's very stupid. You're gambling. But if you do it smartly, you're technically saying, oh, let's just look at it right now. You want to see what it is? This is interesting right here. So on the options chain right here, for if you buy the in the money call, the January 20, what you're spending $225 and the market makers are going to have to buy about $1,100 worth of shares. So you're 5xing the amount of buys that are going into the market. That's what options can do in terms of a gamma squeeze when it starts running, like when it starts really getting going. How much is the in the money call? It's like $200. GME's coming up a little bit here. AMC coming up a little bit here. Here we go. What's a decent average to have on AMC? It doesn't matter. When the swings comes, I'm buying a new used truck. There you go. Let's see. What do we got? AMD CEO on CNBC. They might get a little pump off that. It had good news with earnings of Spider-Man and it just went down. Not really. It went from low 20s to 32. So no. Can you check the average days on loan for Amy shares? Yeah, we're gonna get a little bit more information on that over the next couple of days. So it really came up here. 73.35 average days on loans coming up. The danger zone, they still created the danger zone. So let's see here. I'm so shocked that the securities lending market is not freaking out today and really getting going. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Yeah. Watch tomorrow. We're about to have a 20% green day. Shima, we could. There's no such thing as a better or worse average. You should be buying with a trading plan. Corporate accounts payable. Nina speaking, 100%. I'll buy some in the calls. I just need $200 first. Yeah, pretty much. The algo is showing us 79. So they. What do you mean 79s? What do you mean? Yeah, so if you guys don't mind just hitting that like button on the stream, it just helps out with the algorithm. SPY coming down to new lows here. Let's see. GME is hanging out back in its range. We need AMC to get back in its range too. Drop a few thousand on calls and watch your bread dwindle. It easily could. That's kind of how that works on level 2. Gotcha. Average of 43, been an ape for almost a year, not going anywhere, says Jelly Bean. There you go. Let's see. Better question. How can the short interest be dropping along? It's not. It's not, Mike. Here's the thing. Short interest is actually going up or staying relatively flat. When we get the new exchange reported short interest numbers, it'll be on December 30th. So it can go down then, but after the moves that we've seen this week, so not next exchange reported, but the exchange reported after that, we're most likely going to see it above 19. So it's actually climbing up, especially with the price action that we've been seeing. More shills out today? Oh, they're everywhere. Let's see. It's your ape anniversary, Larry Underpants. This is when you first bought. There you go. Let's see. Calls are dumb cheap right now. Yeah, they are. Maybe even today. Didn't realize it's only 11:30. Says Shimu. Yeah, market's just overall weak today. Like very weak. Very, very, very weak. Let's see here. How are we doing on this? Yeah, Corey. The shills are everywhere today. It's not even the shills. It's just every single time single digits coming quick. I love that. Oh, that's funny. Short it then. Buy some puts. Have some fun. You're gonna lose your money. Yeah, it's just a lot of people are getting nervous. Like, I mean, you can see me. I'm just not nervous. I just get frustrated with all of like the nervousness that I see. It's like, what did we see last time? It went to 20, then ripped to 32. If they lower the danger zone comes down into like the mid 30s. We start to rip up again. The contracts run back in the money. People are going to keep buying. Like, it's just like they're making it worse for themselves. They can try to get a lot of these contracts out of the money and some of the puts in the money. It's not gonna it's not gonna do much for them though. There's still a lot of exposure coming up. Colton, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate it, man. You know what else is also super weak and about to retest all-time lows? You guessed it, Hood. How are my Hood contracts doing? Probably still dead. Yep. Actually, yep, dead. Actually, how much did I? Oh, yeah. Let's see. Bought a few more GME. There you go, Joe. All right, Amy trying. Okay, so this is a decent sign right now for AMC. It came up, tested the 50, then it came back down, but hovered. It didn't reject and make a new low. So it's trying to come back down. Let's see what happens here. If it tries to come up and test it again, that could be a good sign that we're going to try and start bending around. That's what we've seen many, many times in the past, where if it starts to come up to this 50 and it doesn't just automatically, like we saw back here, tank and make a new low, well, then we could start bending around to the positive direction. So let's see what happens here. This could get interesting. What's the RSI looking like? I still can't get it on my freaking chart over here for some reason. It's giving me weird RSIs. I'm straight chilling, no stress in these nerves when it comes to Amy. There you go. Bullish divergence on all time frames. Yeah. All right. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if the buyers are. 18 million in volume today on Amy. GME is looking like it wants to bounce off of its 50. It's at 145.13, down 5%. Amy's down 5.6%. Let's see. Waiting for 15. Then I am clearing out the safe to buy more AMC. Are you talking about Hood? And you can take that to the bank. There you go. They're scared of the 21st. They're trying to make you scared before then. Exactly. Yeah, a bunch of pharma plays. Ran today. Both killed it. There you go. Connor, thanks for the super. Love your content. My short position is paying large today, but I wish all of you the best. Connor. I don't even know how to react to that, honestly. I really don't know how to react to that. Like, you're not, you didn't come in and say, like, screw AMC, it's gonna zero. You just said I had a short position on it. Like, I mean, man, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that one. I don't know. Thank you for the super, but I don't know. Not gonna ban you, time you out, but it's fine. Make your money. Do your thing, my man. Let's see. AT&T teams exclusively with NVIDIA to give gamers a 5G boost. Interesting. That's the same thing as you trolling the shills and being like, "Oh, no, you're wrong." Well, they are wrong. He must be related to Chucky. I can't not don't accept money from him. I have no choice. Use the super money to buy more AMC and crush his shorts. I would, except it comes in next month. Like after January 1st, I don't get the money till like the end of February. Let's see. Connor, you can use the profits to go long now. Yeah, I mean, if he wants to come back in and go long, that's fine. I think here's what I foresee happening. Here's the thing. I know a lot of people that rode the AMC run out and not I don't know a lot of people, but I know a lot of people did this. They rode the AMC run up in June and they sold off. It's fine. But they know the thesis. When it starts to go again, there's a lot of money sitting on the sideline ready for it to go. So if we start to approach the danger zone and we start seeing big days, the money's going to come back in and we're going to see those high buying volume days. But when we see these red days, people are like, they're not going to buy the dip on it because they're waiting for it to confirm the direction that it's going to go up. Like if I was sitting on the sidelines with the AMC right now and I didn't have a position, I'd be looking at this like, okay, like, yeah, I could get it at 25, but I could be using that capital somewhere else and I could do something with this, make more money so that when it comes back to run, like there's a lot of things that people are thinking in their head. But once it starts to go, people are going to be like, oh, shoot, right back in. The danger zone's 42. You held during June? I held during June too. Let's see here. You have $40,000 waiting for the run up. It's going to be epic. Yeah, see? That's why it's called FOMO. Exactly. The FOMO rally this time, I think, is going to be even more aggressive. We're just going to see a lot of FOMO start to come in. Lots of FOMO. I was listening to Shorts Talk last night and they were arguing with each other about if this was fundamental or psychological, and it's both. So come on, people, don't be weak. AMC Strong says XYZ. That super chat he sent you won't be enough to get 1/10,000th of an AMC share. Interesting, Lewis. I like that. Connor says he's going to get back in on the run up. Yes, you're trading it. So, I mean, I can't tell anybody what to do with your money. You guys know my position and what I think. So, there are going to be traders out there trading this thing. There's nothing you can do about it. People are going to do with what they want with their money. Am I going to yell at Connor for making money and looking at what he's doing? No. I mean, he's not being an a-hole about it. That's the thing. He's not like there's no yeah, I don't like it, but what am I going to do about it? What am I going to tell him what to do with his money? No, I can't do that. He's going to do what he's going to do anyway. Like, that's the thing. Like, people are going to do whatever they want with their money. So, like, as long as you're not going to be a shill and you can come in and hang out, he's like, I'm going to get it back in on the run up. Cool. We'd love to have you back on the FOMO rally. All the side money is what will start the uptrend because the hedges can't account for the money waiting on the side. True. They have no idea. What is the danger zone? It's the price. So here's a quick explanation of the danger zone. So when you look at average days on loan, we had this one right here. This is the 52 danger zone when it really tanks after the June run up. Then we have this one at 42 recently. But this is the important one right here that kind of confirms the theory. This tank in average days on loan when they really started to attack it is at 1450. So remember before oh shoot, I'm gonna screw this up right here. Yep. So remember everybody talking about 1450 technical breakout on AMC. Well, it correlates to the danger zone level of the shorts adding more to their position. So when you say, okay, 42, and if they drop the average days on loan again with where we're at, the danger zone becomes even lower. Right now, honestly, Amy is kind of consolidating right around its 50. This is a good sign to see right now, in my opinion. We needed to get a little bit more volume to push it back up. Let's see if we can use the 50 as support if we start to get going. If it really rejects off of this, which is possible, then we might make a new low. But at the same time, it doesn't look like it wants to. It came up, tested the 50, and hasn't just gotten that massive selling pressure that we've seen on a couple of those moves in the past today. Prog's about to pop. What the hell is that? Maybe. All right, so Amy coming down now. It's getting rejected off of the 50. So watch what happens. If the buyers want to step back in here, it's at 24.92. Low of the day is at 24.80. And it's coming back up a little bit. Let's see. Uh Buddy Baker on Twitter did a 106-page DD tweet on GME, but not about a squeeze. Although he does give a nod to it. It's very enlightening. GME can be a monster. You should read it on stream. I can't read a 106-page DD piece on stream. Who the F is selling? I don't know. Why is everyone in the red? Is it sell-off day? I guess so. I guess so. I mean, if we go up tomorrow, Head and Shoulders would start to complete. Yeah. Buyers never left, just being routed to the dark pools. If that's the issue that with everything's going on, buy on a lit exchange. All right. So we still are seeing it hover around the 50. The SPY's coming back up a little bit here. Prog's slightly red. What's TLT up to on the top right? Coming down. Let's pull up IWM again to just see kind of what's going on. Same thing as Amy right here. Let's see. Ford just broke 24. Oh, it did. 24.02. All-time high breakout on Ford. Golden Cross this week on what time frame? On the daily, it doesn't look good. On the daily, it looks like it's gonna death cross, but on the where is it? The 3-month, it looks like it can. It just needs more. It just needs a lot more. We need it to start going. Okay. Amy back. Oh, it flashed above the 50. It couldn't hold though. Let's see what happens here. All I know is 111 is my B-day. We're going to be green, green, green on the 11th, XYZ. If you get more of a 35.58% green day, you get mod for a day. I can see why he gets frustrated always having to reassure people. I don't think I'd have the patience to handle it. That's fine. Your daddy. Thanks for the super. The only catalyst that would help is a dividend or NFT dividend in AA. Not necessarily true. Already screwed us on that for no reason. Not necessarily true. On last good ER, we dropped 50%. Okay, that is true. But the NFT dividend isn't necessarily a thing that they can do right now, especially with the way that their debt covenant is set up. They can try to find a way to do it. But again, they have to incorporate the NFTs into their business model in order to pay that out on the blockchain first. Here's the thing. Regardless if it's legally allowed, they will get sued into the ground. And the other thing is with that NFT dividend that I don't think people really, really understand is that the brokers, Morgan Stanley, and I think JP Morgan found a way to accept cash of equivalent value for that NFT. You know what that does? Allow the shorts to keep their position. So you had 2 days of green or 2 or 3 of green with the overstock situation. Then they started accepting that cash. Shorts came back in, knocked it right back down. So it got stifled right away. Like, yeah, they saw a squeeze, but it wasn't done correctly. If you're going to do something like that, you need it to be done with very, very sharp precision on exactly what you want to do. And the problem is in order to do that, you have to basically set it up in a way that you know it's going to force the shorts out, which you can't do. That's the hard part about it. Now using the 50 as support, it looks like it wants to, but it's right at the 50. It could flash down. I want to see it move up to the 100, maybe retest the 50, and then start coming up. Kashkari says there should not be permanent change in inflation as the recovery continues. Economic recovery is well underway, but it's been uneven. Nvidia announces new GPU chips for laptops. What's Nvidia doing? Ford is making new all-time highs right now. Anybody with Ford calls is printing. Nvidia is coming back up. Amy's looking for a little bit of a pop off of its 50. GME's back in its range. IWM coming back up. Let's see what happens here, people. Let's see. I'll be holding my AMC indefinitely. I will keep some after the squeeze. There you go. There you go. Let's go forward. Yeah. Thanks for covering AMC and GME. Out cleaning my driveway. Greatly appreciate it. Apple pie anytime. All right. IWM getting a little jumpy. Amy's just kind of hanging around its 50. GME. Ooh, GME's getting a little bit of, a little bit of action here, trying to move back up. But with GME now, we've seen it test its 100. We need to see a breakthrough, and then we can try to come up to VWAP. AMC is still in the top 20 with volume today. There's no way. It's at 18 million. That's not very many. Definitely going to hold some AMC forever. Yeah, me too. Me too. I think AMC is going to be a staple in a lot of people's portfolios after this. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about this before. AMC's price action for the remain after the these run ups is going to be jacked up forever, because when it runs up, then the shorts are like, oh yeah, definitely overvalued now, which is fair. And then they short it, and then it comes down, and then they're like, okay, we can make money on this short. Then they cover it, and then it starts to come back up, and then new shorts come in, and then you just have this cycle of like shorts covering, shorts adding, shorts covering, shorts adding, and it just keeps doing that massive sine wave. IWM looking decent. Come on. Kashkari says it's very unclear to him how long it's going to take for supply chains to normalize. NVIDIA expands reach with new GeForce laptops and desktops. GeForce now partners Omniverse for creators. Interesting. Nikola back at 10. No, screw Nikola. I don't like them. Ford nearly doubles F-150 Lightning production target to open order bank this Thursday for reservation holders. There you go. Ford is crushing it right now. Jesus. All-time high at 24.11. It's at 24.10 right now. It's up. This is insane on Ford. This is insane. Oh, GME just broke its 100 and is now moving up to VWAP. Let's see if it's going to use the 100 as support and start to bend around. The 50s flattening. Kind of similar that we're seeing on Amy right now, but we need to see a little more action out of them. Have we checked AMC Ortex in the last 30 seconds? No, but we can. I wouldn't expect to see anything crazy. What is this? AMC. Okay, so a net return of 5,200 shares today. Low cost to borrow, 75% utilization. Estimated short interest, which really is kind of a who cares number. 16.94% estimated. Sent you a DM on Twitter. Take a look. Let me know what you think. Let's take a look. Hasn't been proved wrong since I started testing it. It's day 2 to be fair, but it's 100% accurate even now. What is this? When you see the numbers of shares sold ending with the following numbers, below is the price you're going to see with it. Yeah, but okay, that's kind of interesting. Huh, okay. I'll keep a look on that. It's like reading the level 2 order book and seeing what happens. Whoa, what the heck happened there? Whoa, that was weird. What's going on, everybody? What is happening here? Did I just glitch out? Did I just glitch out for a second? Let's see. All right. Ford is going nuclear. Let's see. Prog bending around. I'm still here. I am still pissed. I didn't get into Neo in 2019. Changed my last minute. Yeah, that's a tough one. Let's see. Yeah, for everybody hanging out in here right now, if you guys don't mind just hitting that like button on the stream, it just helps out with the algorithm. So thank you guys so much for showing so much support on the channel recently. You guys are been super supportive. I really, really appreciate it. Prog is jumping. I didn't see you glitch. Interesting. Let's see. NFT dividend is not going to be offered until we get to decent. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He's not doing it. It's too much risk for the company. He can do a dividend. Like he will eventually do a dividend if they can. Because that's what he knows retail investors want. But at the end of the day, that's going to take a lot of time to start to play out. Prog is pumping right now. 2.2% in the green. I want to see Prog back above 3. All right, so Amy is finding support at its 50 MA. GME is kind of trading right around its 100. IWM is moving back up. Let's see what happens here. 2507 on Amy, down 5.5. GME down 4.6. I'm a Browns fan, so days like this don't phase me. That's good. This is a chess game. That's why GME hasn't offered one yet, because they are waiting for them to be expensive just to cover. Yeah, sort of. Sort of. Let's see here. What's your thoughts on Lua now talking about 100K to a million as possible price it can get to? The only way that AMC gets to 100K or $1 million of shares if nobody sells. Nobody sells. Zero people sell. That's the only way. It becomes then a reflection of supply and demand, and they're going to have to buy like the same small block of shares many, many, many times. And if nobody's selling it to them, then it can get there. But other than that, it's going to be very, very difficult, because once we start seeing these higher prices, people are going to be like seeing crazy high amounts of money in their portfolio. And as we see with these price movements that we are seeing today, people are not going to be able to emotionally handle it. They just won't. You can see it. People are not emotionally prepared for like people aren't emotionally prepared for these drops, which makes me also think that when we start to crack 100, or we start to crack like 200, like or five, like these numbers, like people are going to see the money in their account and be like, time to go. And I mean, we can still get to really, really high numbers with the amount of people that are still going to be holding, like myself. But I just think it's gonna need to be this weird supply and demand reflection that remove the mental sell button. I don't know if it can, if people are gonna be able to do it. Like, you see the emotions on days like this. How's it gonna be when you cross the threshold of like crazy high number, like really high numbers when we start to get up there? How are you gonna handle it? I bought the dip. Oh yeah, feels good. There you go. I'm a Bengals fan, so this doesn't phase me either. There you go. I need you to tell me what I'm looking at. Ticker symbol NYC up 3x in the last couple of days. They probably bought something, or they sold a bunch of property. Urgent need for boardroom change. They declared a dividend. Signs a long-term lease. That's a good one. Amy popping a little bit here. Not really, but it's trying. It's trying. VIX will sell when he becomes rich. Why wouldn't he? Yo, VIX, is it almost time for using calls using review dorks method? No, not yet. We would need, what time frame I was on this? No. We would need to see the 13 cross over the 48. And they've got still a gap. The 13 is bending around, so it could start to get going. Is the MACD crossed yet? Yeah, so the MACD is about to cross. If you want to play it a little bit riskier, you can play the MACD cross. But the 13 and the 48 have not confirmed the direction yet. Let's see. 6 shares away from 1,000 shares, says Richard. There you go. Nobody selling is almost impossible. People are inherently selfish and will sell when they want to take profit, even if their profit is lower than it could be. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Which is fine. Like, you can still like inflict a lot of punishment on the institutions that have over leveraged themselves on these short positions that have been messing with the market. But you would need to not sell. That's the thing. Like, I'm not telling anybody to do that. I'm just thinking in my mind, like, in order to get to those price points, you need nobody to sell. Let's see. I'm still waiting for a freaking TRCH divvy. AMC's divvy won't be for a long time. Yeah, SNDL is moving. Yeah, it's getting up there. There it goes. Interesting. You guys know, if you invested your first 2 months stimulus check in AMC, you'd be an XXXXX shareholder. I regret everything. Yeah. Not selling in the hundreds, just me though. I think there will be some more upside after. Exactly. Like, everybody's gonna have their own price point. IWM's coming back up here. Come on, Amy, get a little bit of action. IWM's moving. I mean, it's about to go green. 14 cents more on IWM for it to go green. GME is coming down to bounce off of its 50. Amy's just hanging out right in between its 50 and its 100. Let's see if we can get a little bit of momentum coming up here. Since we think there are billions of synthetics, I don't think a high price is that hard for AMC if majority hold. Yeah, but is the majority going to hold? That's the thing. SNDL kind of ripped. Yeah, it went from 60.59 to 63.10. That's a pretty decent rip right there. Market getting a push? Yeah, it is right now. Hold on, let me pull up that SPY thing again. On the 5-minute, yeah, it's not. It hasn't crossed yet. Let's see. I'm in this for the experience. When it's all over, we will all be wishing it never ended. Yep. If you hate money, buy SNDL. I personally don't like SNDL. Yep. IWM's jumping a little bit here. This is not bad. Let's see. Let's see here. GME took off to the moon. No, it didn't. That's why GME will rip higher, less retail owning, but more conviction with the holders. Disagree. I disagree. I think it's the same amount. The only reason why you could maybe speculate that GME could rip higher is that the percentage of synthetics could be more, or naked shorts could be more, because they were over 100% shorted at one point. So outstanding, there could be a crazy high amount of hidden shorts, but it like GME in general will probably get to a higher price just because there's less shares. But it all really depends on like what's going to be like the percentage gain. That's the real thing. So GME's popping up a little bit here, coming up to VWAP. Amy's trying to do something similar. If you're concerned about AMC today, just think about how bullish everyone will be in a few months when one AMC popcorn market, profitable earnings, nonstop blockbuster, breaking headlines coming out 100%. Let's see here. FFIE is getting a little jumpy. Is it now? Is BBIG coming back up? That would be sweet. All right. FFIE is trying. Let's see. BBIG is trying. It's trying to get up there, but it is selling. I mean, Amy's down to 25.11. IWM's trying to break out of this little range. Did it go green yet? Nah. IWM is just flickering red to green right now. It is down a penny. Conviction. I'm about to refinance another house to buy more. Woo! Average is 14, bought at 4 and in the 50s. There you go, Chuck. GM is taking off. Oh, there it goes. I mean, GM was, their delivery numbers weren't great, I don't think. All right, Amy testing its 50 again. GME doing so. How's Ford? Did Ford break new all-time highs? Oh my God, Ford. AMC dead. You're looking at price action to determine the viability of the play, and I think that's not a great way to look at it. Have shorts covered? No. Is the company still increasing its fundamental value and has a lot of great things to look forward to? Yes. So in that sense, no, AMC is not dead. Even in the price action, remember, we went down to 20 like at the end of November and then ripped back up to 32. Like, come on now. AMC is bouncing off ascending level support from 12.13 to 12.17 lows. Yeah. AMC is not a dead cat. 100% not. You have put options for 43.50. You can't have put options for 43.50. That's not a strike. I'm not really sure what you're talking about. Mitra. Not investing after the MOAS, the market is rigged. Yeah, but if you go over to crypto, there's no regulation and it's going to be even more rigged. That's the problem. Like, you could diversify and then like hit something where they rig it in your favor. That's kind of the thing. Like, crypto is either rigged completely against you and you lose all your money, or it's rigged in your favor with a bunch of whales coming in and you're going to make a boatload of cash. That's the thing about crypto. Like, yes, it is going to be heavily manipulated and it's unregulated, but you can get the manipulation on your side with crypto. That's the interesting part about it. 100K in a margin account would be good to start to trade with. Yeah, I mean, if you know what you're doing. But here's the thing. Just because you have more money, doesn't mean it's going to be easier to trade. Like if you can't trade well with like $1,000, what makes you think you're going to be able to trade well with 100,000? You got to be very careful. All right, Amy's coming down to 25 now, just broke down below the 50. Let's see what we got looking at here. Oh, you sold cash secured puts. 43. You can't sell cash secured puts at 43.50. You collected 43.50. Nickel and Docu moving back up. AMC should follow, hopefully. Yeah, maybe. And if that was easy, everyone would be doing it, especially with crypto. Yeah, like you never know. The best way to have 100K in your account is to start with 200K. Yeah, it's probably the easiest way. Ride the waves of the whales. Similar, don't fight the Fed. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what you got to look at. It. That's kind of one of the things. Like I'm not deep into crypto. That's kind of like my goal for 2022 to like get into crypto. But yeah, it's you got to be careful because all of a sudden you could just be like having a great time and then nothing, and then you also could just be like, oh, this thing's dead, and you wake up one day and you're like, oh boy. Because you can jump in and out with a larger amount. Dude, don't be slow. Hey, NDA, here's what we're going to talk about right here. People like you are the reason why the finance industry is so stupid. Because one, I've been very open about this before that I don't know a whole lot about crypto, but I do still know a lot. The thing is that people who make comments like that, when somebody doesn't know something, here's a rant. When somebody doesn't know something, let's just say like how a dividend gets paid out or what the difference between a stock and a bond is. And you're like, don't be slow. That's easy. It's like you're just gatekeeping the information. It's like, what are you doing? You're going to try to make yourself feel better that you know more than some random person. And what is that actually going to do for you? Nothing really. Like it's not really going to do a whole lot. Like that's kind of the problem with like everything in finance. Like they try to make it too hard for people and then they just assume you're stupid that you don't know what some term is. Like that's dumb. Now you're glitching. Interesting. Crypto is not going to tank. What is the point of these daily live streams? Nothing you do or say will move the line. Oh, you want me to manipulate it? I'm glitching right now. Hold on. Are they getting me? Are they getting me? Are they getting me? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Am I still glitching? Nah, I think we're good. I'm about to go grocery shopping. You need anything, SB? Oh, okay, Mitra. No, I sold cash secured AMC. How are you? What expiration are you at where you're selling a 43.50 put? And why would you sell a cash secured put up here? I still don't get this. I'm so confused. Vix, tweet you like the stock. See if it moves. No. Vic, I just sent you a message on Twitter about the Investor Connect NFT. There's an NFT for people. Yeah, no. YouTube in general is glitching. It's not just this channel. All live streams are doing it on and off, but it's minimal, hardly noticeable. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. How do you have an annuity and need cash now? I'm so confused about this. January 1st, 2022. There is no, unless I'm crazy, there is no 40. There's a $43 put. There's no way that you sold this. And there, hold on. I'm so confused. You would have to buy it back, or you would get exercised, and you would have to buy the shares because you put. I'm so confused by this trade. Why would you sell in the money puts? What, Mitra? Did you think the stock was going to go up past that so you wouldn't get exercised? Is that what happened? You thought the stock was going to go up past that? By then, I sold it when it popped up. Oh, so you thought it was going to keep going past it, so you could sell. Mitra, in general, that's very, very, very risky because what you did was you said, hey, I'm willing to buy AMC at 43, but the stock was trading, let's say, at 30. So we would have needed a really big, like a really, really big move in order for that to happen. So now we're at 24. You could get exercise. You're gonna spend $4,300 for a position that's worth 24.95 plus the premium you collected. Oh, NDA. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This happens sometimes where there's like a delay in the chat, and like I'll be thinking that the chat is live. So I'm talking about something like crypto. And then you made the comment about like, don't be slow. Like, I'm sorry, buddy. Hoping the DOJ will fix some of the issues with the market. Yeah, they could. Just bought to hit 130 shares. There you go. Yeah, we're going to need some bounces over here. Gonna need some bounces. All right, let's see. Let's see. All right, everybody. So that is going to wrap up the live stream for this morning. So hopefully we get to see a little bit of some boom boom action going into the end of the day. If you guys don't mind, on the way out, just dropping some likes on the stream. It just helps out with the algo. I do know that TMI is live streaming right now. So if you guys want to go hang out with him before I get back, he didn't do anything. He was talking about something else, and I was thinking about something else, and the comment in my mind applied to something else, but he was talking about something else. It happens. Sorry, buddy. Let's see. When I sold it in September, it was trading at 53. That's so strange. Okay, fine. Bye. Sorry, JP. All right, guys. I'm gonna be back on at 1:15. So taking a little bit of a break here. Gonna get some lunch, then come back on. Then we'll be on till close. So hopefully we can get some action going into the end of the day today. We can get a little bit of a reversal, but if not, nothing's changed. Shorts haven't covered. We're still getting better fundamentally. I'll click the like when I'm rich, says Mr. Finance. All right, that's fair. For those of you guys who do want to show some support, yeah, just drop some likes on the way out. And other than that, peace.